Thank you for joining us at Beerfish Fanatics. And this episode is actually brought to you by Whisker Seeker Tackle.
So make sure you guys go to whiskerseeker.com for all your catfishing gear.
Enjoy the episode, guys.
Did you already hit record?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you gotta wait till
How
you hit
often
record.
how often you gotta reset that thing?
It depends. GoPro, this one, it's usually at the beginning, or if it like overheats like crazy, or if it gets stuck. And how often does that happen? More often than it should.
Basically,
More
every
than it
time you go to use it, right? Basically, almost.
I've noticed okay, so this is the thing with this thing. I notice it doesn't freeze if I hit the record button on the battery itself first, and then I plug it in
Wait,
to the
what?
external battery. So just with the internal battery, if I just turn it on and record or whatever, it works fine. And then I plug in the external battery to keep it, battery operated. But if I plug it in and then hit the record for whatever, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it freezes up.
It's like it prioritizes the external over it.
And then on top of
then
that,
overheats.
because I have the 7s, and how often do they freeze? Like I said, it's more times than it should. And then,
About every time you go to use it,
You
pretty
want
much,
to do
right?
something with it,
One-
yeah. What's the point then?
I mean, let's just say a 4-hour outing of fishing, at least once.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Even the 10.
Sorry.
Oh, I think I was kind of blown out there a little bit.
We might edit this out because you guys are probably sick and tired. The listeners are probably sick and tired of hearing us
Damn
bitch about
GoPros.
We
GoPros.
bitch about
Eventually.
GoPros every episode.
Yeah.
I
Are we
feel like.
recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Sweet.
on.
I'm back.
I was
little foam in
recording.
that
Brett's
one, or
back.
I was
Yeah,
recording.
they poured me dirty.
Wait, what is that one?
Ooh, she poured you dirty.
They had the peach.
David. Oh, she did.
That
do
looks
you
pretty
dirty. I know
hazy.
that's
Yours-
hazy.
Yeah, I don't think mine
guys
looked
got
like,
the same
mine didn't
thing?
look like that.
But
think
no,
so.
mine. We'll see if it settles out.
I like hazies though. So
number?
they're
Oh, yeah.
good. They're good.
Yep.
You want to
Man.
talk a little bit about
Okay,
our
we're good.
bro trip?
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beerfish Fanatics Grandy with Ma Pa Fishing. We have.
Kit with the Fishing Kit YouTube channel.
And today, everybody, we are back on site at Fire Trucker up here in Ankeny, Iowa. You guys gotta come check it out. Some good beer here. And you know what? Since we're up here, we figured might as well get a couple cats.
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 What's up with you and
I
cats
don't know,
lately?
man. I don't know, dude. Just a couple fellas that haven't been on here for a while. They've been here before, but we got Brett and Ben from the Short Rod Show. How's it going, guys?
Hey.
Good. How are you
Good.
guys?
How are you guys?
Good.
Not bad, not bad. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I'm
Thanks for
drinking
having us.
I'm drinking something. It does have alcohol. It's a good thing my wife doesn't listen or watch this shit. She's gonna be so pissed. She goes, "Dude, you're an idiot," because I just had a gout flare up. So FYI, everybody. Fishing Kit and myself just got back from one of our fishing trips. We'll explain here shortly, but I had an amazing gout flare up just like 2.5 days ago. So this is the worst thing you can do when you have gout.
There you go.
It'll numb it.
Yeah, burn it off.
Exactly.
Oh, it's going to numb it for probably like 15 minutes if I drink like 10 of them.
Nice.
But then after that, tomorrow it's going to be like another football
Yeah, but what do you got to do tomorrow?
work.
Yeah, shit.
Take care of the kids.
Work from
You
home.
just, yeah, you sit
Yeah.
on your chair at your desk.
I got to feed 4 girls in the morning. I got to take 3 of them to school, and then I got to watch the other one.
We got to watch one all day long?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, that'll
Okay.
take you down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
sorry.
so easy.
Not
Yeah,
so
we got
easy.
little kids, so yeah, I understand that now.
There,
Yeah.
there you guys go. But yeah, man. If you guys don't mind, you guys want to introduce yourself to I have a few new listeners, like 1 or 2, I think, here and there. So
Sure.
if you guys don't mind, you guys want to introduce you guys, your Stig,
What?
Stig,
Or shtick.
Stig.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna have to beat that out. That might have been a little close to racism.
I don't know. Is
It
that
almost
racist?
sounded like something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Stig.
Yeah, so I'm Brett. Ben and I do the Short Rod Show. We've been doing it we'll start season 4.
Yeah, season
This
4
in
coming up.
1st of November. But we typically take the summer off, which I don't know how the hell you guys continue the grind.
You guys are grinding.
How many weeks in a row
That's
have you guys
impressive.
pulled off Beerfish Fanatics without missing?
100 and this
All the weeks.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
All the
Every
weeks.
So
week.
whatever episode it's on,
Yeah.
I think it's like close to 130 now. So
Damn.
take 130 divided by
52.
there you go.
That's awesome.
That's how many years,
Like
right?
I feel
Two
like
and a
our
half-
break.
2.5 years.
So we'll typically
Yeah.
quit in March,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like our break goes by like the blink of an eye
Yep.
over
It
the
does.
summer, and then all of a sudden we're starting again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, that's impressive, boys.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, it's going to be less than a month before you guys are back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water's already cooling down.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Slowly but surely.
But
But
Yeah, there's a little frost in the morning. This morning.
Yeah.
it's supposed to be 30s the next couple of days, at night.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I was
Stuff like
sitting.
that.
I was sitting on my computer, and it has the weather and stuff on there. It said frost. I was like, frost? What? I gotta make sure. Is it talking about Canada or something? So I click on it.
Yep.
Altoona, Iowa,
Yeah.
and I think it was a record low for Altoona last night or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Real
so
chilly
how
this morning.
how pumped up do you guys get for fall fishing
fall fishing, I think
specifically over other times of the year?
for me personally, open water wise, I'm pretty excited. I think the past 2 years I've been doing pretty good.
Nice.
So that's why I've been getting excited, and then on top of that, I don't have to have SWAS, so my ass is not sweaty and it's not humid, and so it's a great time to fish.
Yep.
Yep.
I feel, and then in a sense, when it's super cold, like you guys saying, certain days, it's like, all right, ice is coming too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it in a sense, I get excited because I think the past couple of years I've been pretty successful, and it's not so hot for my fat ass. How about you, man?
Yeah, it's that transition where I feel like summer fishing is it's okay, especially these last few weeks because the white bass and wipers were just going
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
Yep.
But man, that heat and the bugs.
Yep.
Yep.
Once fall gets here, the bite kind of picks up for everything else, and then you don't have to deal with the bugs.
And I feel like the pressure is off. Like, there's not as many people on the water because everyone's out hunting or
For
doing
sure.
other stuff for school.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
There's
point.
not as much pressure out on the water. You're not bumping into people like you do during the summer.
That's a great point. I think school and then hunting. Yeah, that
school hunting.
you-
Because that gets me off the water.
Yeah.
Deer season's right around the corner, so that eats up
Gotcha.
my time for a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. You're out scouting and your time spent running your spots. And
That's all I've been doing the
Checking out
last couple
trail
weeks. Running trail cameras, walking new spots, doing some squirrel hunting.
nice.
Yeah, I haven't picked up a rod for a while.
So what's when does the first deer season start? Which season is that? Is that
So archery starts October 1st in Iowa, and then I hunt early muzzleloader season, which starts October 15th this year,
Okay.
and then the big shotgun season starts in December.
Yeah.
So they're a ways back, but I don't participate
that's the group
in the
group
shootout.
hunting,
Yeah,
right?
I don't participate in the shootout. No.
Shootout, literally, right?
Yeah.
It could get there.
Oh yeah. There's
year,
always
yeah,
every
there's
year
always
somebody gets
something.
shot.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
year.
somebody
matter
comes
what.
over a hill and that's a deer. Wait, boom.
No, that's a guy.
Shoot, that was a
Yeah.
guy.
That was a guy in my own party.
Oh man.
So I'm not a hunter. How does that happen? Because and the reason I ask is because number one, usually either they're wearing the bright orange vest.
Yep.
Number two, let's say they completely camouflage, but that doesn't look like a damn deer. Why would you pull the trigger?
Yeah, a lot of them is just you don't have muzzle discipline, so you're pointing that muzzle around.
Got it. Okay.
All
so,
over the place.
So it's an accident. It's like
Yeah.
an accident
Yeah.
trigger pull.
Yeah, it's rarely I feel like where you're sending a slug down range. It's like around the truck where someone's dinking around and they drop their gun and they shoot it off, or they shoot it through the door and they hit somebody or something
Gotcha.
stupid like that.
So primarily it's all some type of an accident.
Yeah.
Accidental discharge.
Well, I hope they're all accidental,
Wow.
but yeah,
Well,
you never know.
Shit, you never know.
Might
That's
Dick,
true.
Might Dick Cheney them. You never know
There,
what's going to
there you
happen.
go. There you go, man. But yeah, man. Let's obviously that season we'll jump into that as it's coming up. But how have your guys' open water in summer been fishing?
Yeah, let's rewind
Yeah,
back
let's
to
re-
the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no video evidence
Actually,
of ours like you can see on your
I've probably
guys'.
caught more walleyes this year than I have ever in my
Oh,
life.
me
Wow.
100%.
During
Yep.
the summer,
Yep.
during the heat summer.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we went up. We try and do an annual trip, like a guy's trip. Go up, group of buddies, go up to Minnesota, do some fishing. That was a lot of fun this year.
Yeah.
We really tore it up. Went out with a guide.
Yeah, I'll let you do the whole story. Don't look at me.
So
I've heard a little bit already.
yeah. So we don't normally do a lot of guided stuff.
Well, I got too much pride.
Yeah, that definitely. Well, that and money.
I could
At the
figure it
beginning,
out.
it was like, man, we're not spending
I could figure it out myself as my
$500
thought.
to go up here.
But, oh man, I've been jigging wrong my whole life.
Yep. Yep.
Well, why is that? Can you explain?
Well, so I'll take over the story, I guess, a little bit. So we went out with
Figured you
we went out with Brian Brosdahl.
Okay.
So he runs like a bunch of Northwest stuff. He's a big ice fishing guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he guides open water also. Beautiful boat, 22-foot Lund, 400 horse Rado on the back, like Mac Daddy that I've ever been out on. Had 360 on the front, two 15-inch screens at his on the helm, just rocking and rolling. It was freaking sick.
They're computer monitors. I mean, you're literally staring at them, and they're
He said his biggest problem is he can't see shit.
yep.
Like as
looking
he's
around.
driving,
Yeah.
he has to look above the monitors to see where he's going.
Yep.
That's crazy.
But what we were doing is he pulled us up to this first spot, and we fish everything shallow. Like, I don't think we fished, the deepest we fished was 13 feet.
Yep.
90% of what we were fishing was in like 7 foot. And this is crystal clear,
Middle of the day.
zebra
mornings,
mussel. Yeah, we were in the morning / middle
8
of the
to
day.
noon. The tough time.
And we threw on some paddle tail plastics, regular old 1/8 ounce jig head, cast her out. The key was to bomb cast it. Like, you had to get away from the boat.
Really?
But what was happening was there was 3 of us, so me, Ben, and our buddy Sean, and then Bro. And to start the morning, he was just pounding them, and we weren't catching.
It's like, yeah, you just jig it.
hey, just jig it,
Yeah,
just
here,
do this.
got one. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, got another one.
And we weren't catching nothing. And he was telling us to cast. Cast right there. Cast 30 feet over there. You see that seagull? Try to hit him. Get out there, because that's where the fish were at. Because he stares at these monitors. He
Okay.
knows where the heck they're going. And then he's just casting over the side of the boat and just dinking around, and he's just hauling in walleyes. And I'm like, this dude's doing something different that we're not doing. So
That was
I
impressive.
stood. So he was at the helm, and he's just sitting down. He never stood up. Well, he stood up to get our fish and do all that stuff. But fishing-wise, he always sat down, never got up. Just hucked the bait behind him, and was just kind of jigging it back. So I stood up front right next to him, and I just mimicked exactly what he was doing
Okay.
for the whole process. And what he was doing was he'd cast her out there, and it was almost like phases that he was bringing that jig back. So he'd make sure it sunk to the bottom, and then he'd pop it, and then he never stopped reeling. He'd reel real slow, but never stopped, and then he would jig while he was reeling.
So he's
Okay.
popping it as he's reeling.
Yep, never stopped reeling.
Yep.
And then he'd let it fall back down after a while, and kind of reset the
Yep.
bait was more of the thought process.
Huh.
And then he'd start going again.
But you don't want the bait to just fall flat.
Yeah, you don't ever want
something
this
unnatural, and that's what he
Where
was
we were always
talking about. Yep.
kind of going more like this action.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then sometimes it'd drop out, and
Yeah.
that's at least how I was jigging before. And it was like, oh god.
Tell them about the
Yeah, it
biggest
makes
walleye
sense.
we caught on that trip.
So
It was hilarious. Oh my gosh. I got a video. I'll show
we're
you
out
guys later.
casting. Literally, we went in the middle of 10
Don't
boats.
say. Oh yeah. Oh,
15
that part
boats?
was hilarious. That part was awesome. Also.
Yeah. So we're on the community spot, okay, on this lake, and we
I
get
love
in the
that.
middle of about 15 boats, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta take a piss. All right, I'm going off."
No,
the
no,
back."
that was not there.
No. That but that was a little further out on the edge. But anyway, so he's out peeing off the side of the back of the boat, and just sets his rod down. And I look over and I see it go plop plop. I'm like, okay, I think you got a bite. He's like, no.
We're just drifting.
We're just drifting. No, that's not a fish. Like, okay, well then, plop plop plop. I'm like, you got a bite. And he's like, nah, I don't think so. I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna.
And these are expensive rods.
Yeah.
Like they're legends with Daiwas on. Like he said, they're like $300 rods. And he's
yeah.
Mm.
So I go
Shooting
over,
out there.
grab it, big fish.
Yeah.
And start reeling that baby in. And it literally was just a jig on the bottom.
Well, bro was just like, well, I'm not stopping. You better reel him in. At my age, once you get a stream, you don't stop.
Yep. So we got it in the boat. That was,
He was,
that was
he was
nice.
midstream. What are you gonna do? You guys better. That's true though. You gotta bring it in for
Oh
him.
my gosh, that was hilarious.
So it was like, what, a 23?
23, 24 or something
Yeah.
like
That's
that.
a good fish.
bad,
not
That's
bad.
a good fish.
Yeah, not bad for him just cast it out there, then just go to take
Yeah.
a leak.
Yeah,
Take
that
a
was
leak.
funny.
That's
And it was
scary.
all on plastics.
Can't believe he did that though. Cast
live
and just
bait, yep.
then just left it and then went to go pee.
Yeah.
Community spots.
He knew what he was doing, I think.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, I see this big one over here. I'm going to cast. I catch this one every time we come out here. We'll just put it out here. He'll pick it up. I'll let somebody else reel it in.
And we love just, we were just talking to him the whole time. Getting stories out of him.
Picking
what was it
information.
like? How'd you get started? He started with a pontoon boat
Yeah.
with like a 50, 2-stroke motor on it that you had.
Yep.
You had to fire it up in the morning, and you couldn't get it started if it died.
Yeah, and all he did was drift.
I ran it all day long, never shut it off. Took clients out in this old pontoon and just slayed walleyes.
Wow.
So you don't need the crazy expensive setup to go out and catch
And his
fish.
first client's got in a fist fight on the boat, on
What?
the pontoon.
His first clients ever.
Yeah.
They got with each other.
Yeah, with each other.
Father and son.
A father and son got in a fist fight with
They
each
knew
other.
each other, and they were family.
And their family.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that explains it. That's figures. Fist fight, father and son. That's
Were they fighting over who gets to reel in the next fish or what?
Nah, he said they were pretty strung out from the night before, I think.
Yep.
Oh boy, father-son trip.
There's some
into-
good stories. There's some good tactic stuff. Like literally, what you talked about, the jig cadence. That
That was key.
Yeah.
literally when we started to switch to that and pick it up,
Yep. Like
it was like a light switch.
and then after that, we took that with us back to where we were staying and fishing, and I've taken it back here to Big Creek, and
It worked.
Oh yeah.
So let me say, because my thing is with guided fishing tour, it has nothing to do that. I think I know I can figure it out. No, it has nothing to do that. It's fun. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So was it worth it? Because now you learned a new technique,
110%.
how to catch fish. I mean,
Yep.
they're pricey. Guides, guide trips are pricey.
I mean, for the three of us, it was $500.
It's still though,
But yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah, yeah,
$500.
it's pricey. Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean.
pricey. And but now you have a wealth of knowledge that you can never. You know what I'm saying? You obtain
Yep.
knowledge.
I could say, because it's been a recent enough trip, that trip, that $160 that I spent, because we split that amongst three of us, has put 14, 21, probably
Really?
close to 30
Per
walleyes.
fish
Do you
cost
think
is
so?
pretty
Do you
good.
really believe that?
I've caught 30 walleyes doing what he showed us to do since we've done that fishing
Since
trip.
getting
And
off
that
this
was
boat.
at the end of August, 2022.
That's
Man.
awesome, man.
But there's something to be said too. He said what 95% of his clients are repeats.
Yep.
Like every year, same time, I take this guy out, this group out.
Yep.
You know, and he says it's to the point where his clients are like, "Hey, take me out to that, that spot we caught this and that." And he's like, "Oh, I'm the guide here, guys. Like, I'm gonna tell you where we're gonna go."
Right?
Fish aren't
Don't tell
there.
me where
Yeah,
to go.
Yeah, so that's funny.
Man, now I'm curious, since you were talking about how you feel like you've been jigging wrong your entire life.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder
I have
how,
to.
like, where I would stand.
It absolutely blew me away.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're probably like 75% of the way there. There's probably just a little bit of fine tuning.
I've got the
you
muscle
know?
memory now.
I was 0%.
Do you think you can ever have figured that out if you didn't go on that guide trip?
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the only way you could have done is seeing him
Yep.
do it, because he could tell you
flat out
how to
said,
do
just
it.
Yeah.
stand right next to me and do what I'm doing and mimic that?
Yeah,
And
I mean, because I've watched YouTube videos, I've
Yeah.
watched guys show me things, or I've tried to,
cool.
do what they're doing, but it just doesn't translate to doing it like his arms moving. I'm just mirroring exactly
Yeah.
what he's
Yep.
doing,
But then you can, obviously.
and we have the same reel, so I could reel the same speed that he's running.
Hmm.
It just helped bring the whole thing together.
Yep.
That's cool, man. No, that's in a sense you just paid for your education of how to catch
Oh,
walleye
it was huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
for $160.
yeah. It's gonna save me a lot of sleep on those
Walleye
on those trips,
University
because typically
was
what we
in
do is we
session.
just stay out all night and troll.
Yeah.
And catch walleyes on sandbars, and we'll fill our limit that way. But now I can go to bed at 10 o'clock and not have to stay until 2 in the morning
Yes.
to catch my limit.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That'd
man.
be sweet.
It was a good trip. Weather was pretty good. We only had one day that was a little spotty right away when we got there, but
Yep.
yeah, the rest of the week turned out really good.
But yeah, took that same tactic out to Big Creek, same baits.
We're gonna have to bleep out the body of water.
Whatever.
It's all right.
I'm not saying where or anything. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a tough body of water to fish.
It is.
Very true.
It's not like you're just going to show up there and start jigging
A
in.
lot of people think they
Just follow
are. but
Brett's boat around now.
Yeah.
There you go.
It'd be good.
Just follow that guy.
We'll leave off what your boat looks like.
I did have a, what was that, 14-inch crappie, choked down, 5-inch paddle tail. Like,
Sheesh.
all the way down. his mouth.
5-incher?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big
Man,
sucker.
that's a big one.
Like here, locally? Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
5-inch?
There's a big old paddle tail we had.
We were down like last trip that we took down south. We were catching crappies on 3-inch.
Yeah.
3.5.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
those
what
some
we
big
were
fish.
like. What the heck is going on?
Oh, yeah.
5-inch. That's
choking
insane.
It's all about the wiggle, man. It's all
Oh,
about
boy.
that jig.
That's what they say. It's all about the wiggle, kit.
And now I'm super curious. Like, where do I stand on this jigging hierarchy?
Yeah.
It was eye opening. Yeah, it's cool.
Any other fish you guys targeted at all this year besides walleyes?
No, that was my main target.
Was it?
No, we've become lazy walleye fishermen. At least I have
Is
Yeah.
in the past couple months.
Do you guys think that is lazy? Walleye fishing? Is it considered lazy?
No.
Or catfishing is lazy? Because a lot of
I
people also say
mean,
catfishing
there's a
is
lot of
lazy.
people that walleye fish, and you can be lazy, but you're not catching a lot of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
You can
Yeah.
catch one,
that's true.
but you
Same
got to
thing with
work for it.
Same thing with catfishing. A lot of people say catfish. That's just lazy. You just dunk bait and just sit there and drink beer. I mean,
I mean,
well,
you could.
technically you
You
can.
can.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
But
They're,
if-
they're not wrong.
yeah,
If you have the right spot, you can do that.
Yep.
But you can do that same thing with walleye fishing.
that's true. Very true.
Actually, more so because, well, the way we walleye fish is a lot of times we just troll. So just have the line out there, and I'm drinking anyways.
I'm looking at your fuzzy beer there.
Yeah, fuzzy.
That's what I was looking at.
I feel like you two got two
We got the
different
same
beers.
beer, but I don't think it's.
They have the same
I
beer,
don't
but
think
it's
it's the
different
same
beers.
beer. It looks totally
Let
different.
the audience decide.
This has a little bit of a peachy flavor, maybe. I don't know.
Yes,
It's good.
it is good. Yeah. Otherwise, the rest of the summer, nothing too crazy. Got out
Didn't chase
a
no,
good amount, but not as much as I wanted.
You didn't chase no wipers or anything this year?
I haven't been able to.
No, we need to hire a guide to do that.
Yeah, I hired a guy named Fishing Kit.
It's been a while.
$500 for a half day. There's
Exactly.
your rate.
Just pick me up at the boat ramp.
See?
I'll do it for free.
Pick me up at the boat ramp.
Boat ramp, pick me up. There you guys go. You guys heard that?
Yep.
Perfect.
You gotta hold them to it, and then just let me know when you're doing it. It's just
Yeah,
I
you
can-
can tag
I
along.
can tag
You can be
along.
our third wheel.
exactly. There we go. But we were gonna plan on doing this on the boat. Would have been kind of cool, but
I had it
Tonight
ready
would
to
have been
go.
perfect.
Yeah,
Nice and
it
calm,
would've.
flat.
Problem is, it gets
calm.
dark so early.
It is.
We might run out of light.
Yeah, we don't need a light for a podcast.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's the beauty.
Yep.
We got artificial lights.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Me and him, we both got our GoPro lights or whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll see.
So what about you guys? So I heard a little bit on your podcast about the Iowa 24, which
Yeah.
we'll leave
Ben's
that.
pumped up
wherever it's
about
at. I was pumped. I was like, that is cool. I
feel-
like that idea.
I feel like we dropped. We hinted at it
Yep.
too early because we're still.
Oh, that's got to be a beast.
A lot of hours.
to,
Yeah, a
to
lot of
pull
hours.
together.
It's okay. We're chumming, Kit. We're just chumming.
Oh, we're chumming.
We're chumming. Yeah.
Building
Yeah.
the excitement,
Well,
Yeah.
step by step.
Ben and I have talked about trying to do an ice fishing version, but we
Uh-huh.
have do not even have close to the skill to try to edit any of that stuff.
So today I did release a like a 50-second clip
Nice.
from the trip from our Iowa 24.
That's all you got edited so far?
No, well, it feels that way.
50 seconds in, I'm like 2
It
weeks.
is a
of work.
50-second clip of me just catching a fish. I just released
Nice.
did a YouTube short really quick of that, so I
Oh,
just
nice.
released that. But yeah, you guys are spot on, man. The amount of hours it takes to go through because you got to understand it's 24 hours of content. Granted, we turn our camera off here and there whenever shit ain't
Or
happening.
you're
right?
driving or whatever.
When
Yeah.
they lock up, you turn them off.
But you still have to edit it, sync it up, especially when you have 2 cameras, 3 cameras, 4 cameras.
Yep.
So it takes up time, but I think, like I said, we're chumming, man. We'll give snippets.
So
out
are you guys
here.
doing it 39-hour style where it's like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Here's what team,
Yes.
you know,
just to give you a
fishing kid's doing.
Yes.
Here's what the other team's doing.
pretty much.
Wow, that's cool.
It's more of a check-in. It was the check-ins,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We got our
but it's like in
check-ins.
sequence. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
build the suspense as you go. Who's in the lead now?
I mean, this
Stole
is the
a
thing.
point.
I have a feeling at the end of this, people are gonna be like, "Man, you guys did this on purpose." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "No, man. Everything that you guys will see, it was real."
Do you
Nice.
think people will think it's all a setup?
I think
don't
so,
know-
in a
I
way.
don't know
I
about
don't know
that.
either.
How would you?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know
Wow.
why. I don't know why
Now I'm really
you come to
curious.
that conclusion.
I have a feeling because to possibly build some suspense that's not there or that should be there, a thing. We'll see.
You guys aren't using like what Spencer talked about, using the nets to like corral fish
No.
into an
No.
area and then going to fish that.
I basically got off of work,
Yeah.
picked up our buddy's boat, went straight to we did not pre-fish.
Nope.
We were not prepared.
Perfect.
I wasn't even
Sweet.
sure if we were gonna be able to get the boat started.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I recorded that part too. You guys will see. You guys
Nice.
stay tuned. You guys will definitely see the I guess the moments of breath holding because there's some moments that we're like, is this thing gonna start? Because we never ran a boat ever by ourselves.
That's awesome.
Let alone
I'm excited to see that.
not our boat. And Fishing Kid ran everything. I give props to this cat.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the one who did most of everything. I was just there for the ride.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah.
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 more than
Way better riding than somebody else's boat.
It is.
It is.
It's
And I did
totally
that-
different from.
I did that for years. I'm
Right.
like, I need my own boat. And then now I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Now all you do
Brett
is
took care of
you
everything.
just dink with everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we're going here, and then I'm going to go over here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
but
Time to move.
Figure it all out.
you guys, let us know. You guys give us a report back. How was it once it comes out? Because I think I want to say we're pretty done with the first leg.
Nice.
I think editing. Are you?
Yeah, I got all my first leg stuff done. So
too.
what we're gonna do, we kind of did a rough cut on our on our own, then we're gonna send it over to the Bucket Boys, and they're gonna put it all together.
They're the polish.
yeah.
It was, it was their thing that they invited us on, and we're like, sure.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
We'll,
Gotcha.
we'll let them run with it, but I think
Well, and then make more sense. Like if they edited some and you guys edited some, and
Exactly.
then it
Yeah.
would be wonky
That's
anyways.
Have a little different feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the main thought behind it, just for like branding or consistency or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we'll have one episode on their channel, and one on my pop fishing, and one on Fishing Kids for sure.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
we're gonna upload it on each of our channels, but they're gonna do the editing
Yeah.
just so the editing's consistent.
Yep.
Exactly.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
good idea.
And I've been working on kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a long video.
it is, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah. Let's just say this: the first leg, like the very first leg, is hours
So you
long.
caught a ton of fish.
But how long was 39 hours? I remember that being
39 hours
8
is what it was.
episodes or
Oh,
9
duh.
episodes of
That's
like
true.
Man, 39 hours,
45 minutes
39
or an hour.
hours.
You know? Oh, okay.
I am curious how they came up with that number, but
24, but
No,
24. We did
39.
24. I don't know.
39.
I don't know how they
Should
came up
ask
with
Jay
that.
Siemens that.
Yeah. We should have asked Jay. I didn't even think of that. We should have asked him. Why the hell did you guys even come up with 39 hours? Actually, it was Aaron, whatever
Yeah.
he came up with.
But they're due for another round too.
Yeah. But they're gonna have to change it up. I
They
think.
have something coming up.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't think it's another 39 hours.
Yeah. The last time we spoke
But
with
it's something.
Jay, they were working on something. They want to, obviously keep moving. Not redoing the same thing redundant. But he did mention me or to both of us. They're working on something.
I feel like it's gonna be a 24-hour thing.
Just
That's
all
what I
out
feel like.
fishing blitz.
It's a possibility. So I don't know. But we decided to do it, and it was fun because those guys invited us, and I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe next year you guys might be, a team that could try to compete with.
I don't know. We got the
us.
walleye jig bite down.
yeah, if
Oh.
you guys want to do a walleye tournament,
That gets us
24
1
hours,
point.
I'm in.
1 point.
1 point.
That,
Biggest walleye.
yeah, well, what
That
happens
ain't-
if
that
I
ain't
catch
gonna
a
win it.
monster? What happens if I catch a 35-inch walleye?
You
I don't-
win, probably.
Exactly. The 1 point.
Maybe win. Though.
Well, the thing is, these guys don't record their fishing though.
Oh, we'll make him record.
We'll have our mic on if we need it. You'd hear Ben go, explicit.
But you guys are right though. The ice fishing thing, I think I talked to Kid about this, but it'd be kind of difficult because it'd be hard to be mobile
Yeah.
Why?
unless you have a snowmobile.
See that?
It's not like people don't have
Yeah.
these things.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
true.
we're
I
super
guess-
mobile. But you don't have to fish the same body of water the whole time.
That's true too.
Yep.
True. We can think about it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but we can.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah, it
And
would
we'd
be.
lean on you guys hard because I don't know how to video edit any of that stuff. It
Yeah.
takes me forever just to edit our 40-minute podcast for YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm just running off of Microsoft Surface.
Oh. well, I mean, because when we first, like we were telling everybody, dude, when we first did the podcast, we were editing, and it took forever. But that's because we suck at podcasting.
Yep.
And then we slowly gotten better and better. That in reality, we barely cut anything out anymore. We just put a intro,
Yep.
outro, done.
That's all we do.
Yep.
Well, I guess when I say editing, I mean mostly changing it from an MP3 to an MP4 is a beast. Or MP4 to video or whatever.
Yeah.
Or MP3 to video,
Yeah.
whatever that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, MP4 is the video and MP3 is the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Converting our audio.
Just
into
record it in video.
Is a B.
Just record it in video and then use that same audio that you have in video.
Yeah. The problem is our
Computers
audio,
don't have that kind of horsepower.
our audio sucks compared to
Yeah.
what we can do with our little recorder.
But nope. Stay tuned though. Well, the Iowa 24, you guys,
Yeah.
you're not gonna want to miss it. It's a pretty cool time. I mean, I think I learned a lot.
Sweet.
It was super fun. I learned a lot just from hanging out with this guy, just fishing and everything, just kind of learning. Even little tidbits, man. He was just
Yeah.
like, because I rewatched, obviously editing it.
Yeah.
Even just one point where I was, reeling in a fish, and he's like, reel down, because I thought I was reeling down in my mind.
Yep.
But I wasn't reeling down.
It was literally like this,
Yeah.
reeling, and the drag is like, zzz,
Yeah.
zzz. I'm like, reel down, dude, and then pull up on the
but in
fish.
my, but in my mind, I was like, I'm reeling down, But then when I rewatched it, you realize,
You
oh,
weren't.
yeah, I wasn't.
Heat of the moment. Gotcha.
But little thing, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was too.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, when you see the fish that he's talking about, is the reason why I was a little. I wouldn't say flustered. I was like a little amped up.
Yep.
And
I hope I didn't come across as bossy or like yelling,
No, you should be.
barking
should be.
orders.
That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
no,
Hey,
he
do
was,
this,
guys.
do this.
Dude, he was.
No,
No,
but
love that.
he totally was.
As the co-pilot, for somebody catching a fish, that's your job is to help get it in the boat.
Yep.
Like
That's
whatever
true.
it takes.
That's true.
Yep. Tell me what to
Coaching.
do.
I was
Yeah.
coaching.
He was coaching,
Exactly.
but it's one of those things. So I learned. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
be able to do that. Would I have? Maybe I would have learned it somewhere else. It's simple, but it was one of those things when your adrenaline's going, you don't even realize
yeah.
what you're doing. And I was like, what are you talking about? Even in my mind, I was like, man, I'm reeling. But then you can see me like I was slowly reeling down. Then,
See,
okay.
in my
Yeah.
mind, I had a picture of you with your reel upside down, and you're trying to
now that would have been funny as
like,
hell.
no, flip it over, put it down.
Yeah, give him a little credit.
Yeah, little credit.
Yeah.
Jeez, guys.
All right.
But no, it was cool, man. I learned a lot. It was fun. It's very exhausting. I don't know how those guys did it the first 39 hours. That's what we were saying. It's
Well,
like,
they're beat.
Yeah.
oh shit. But we were at the end of, let's just say at 20 hours, we're like, all right, let's just get this over with at that point.
Let's start trolling. Start trolling,
Start
guys.
trolling.
Yeah, but well, you guys have to watch the video to see where we're at 20 hours.
Well, they had to factor in naps and stuff. Some of those guys factored in sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And,
for us,
and that's actually pretty smart. With the experience I had being up most of the night, trying to get a couple hours of sleep, then driving up to Minnesota, then
Oh, you're talking
fishing
about
all
that?
day.
Yeah.
And then by 6 o'clock at night, I had a big pike hooked to a husky jerk stuck halfway in my hand
ooh,
Oh,
through
Yeah.
like 2 treble hooks. And Brett's over there telling me I'm an idiot. And
Yeah,
coming
you
over, like, give me Band-Aids and stuff because I was bleeding all over the place.
Yikes.
Rip that stuff out. So, like, that kind of stuff happens. Yes.
I bet
Taking
you
a
were
couple hour
awake.
nap.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We were bone tired. And I was like, why are we even out here fishing for, like, a little pike? But,
I'm trying to think where we were at.
yeah, I remember where we were at.
I think I do too now. I don't want to say
And I
because
had
it's
to
a very
call, I
small
had to
body
call
of water
Brett
with
over,
some freaking
and I was like,
Mac Daddy
Brett, you
pike
got
in
to come
it.
over and help us here. Like, we're struggling, and we don't have a first aid kit and
Yeah,
all this stuff.
I remember that now because you guys I gave you so I had 2 first aid kits in my boat, and I gave you my first one, and then the next day, somebody had taken the first one out of their boat
Yep.
and asked me again to bring my second first aid kit over to the freaking boat, and I'm like, boys, I don't have any
Brett
now.
is prepared.
that is funny.
I have one now, though. That's a valuable lesson because I was bleeding all over the place trying to put electrical tape around my hand.
Yeah,
Jeez, boy.
yeah.
That reminds me, we got to get Tay Tay on one day.
our buddy
our
Trey.
friend, yeah.
He likes to get hooks in his hands, or
Well,
what?
Ooh. This one trip, I want him to be here, and we can explain, but I can give you the gist of it. So I went fishing, just me and him. It was in the morning, of course, beverages already popped
Nice.
on his boat, and we're fishing, and he literally got a hook underneath his nail,
That's the worst.
in between his thumb.
You got to rip that one back out.
It was probably about a quarter of an inch in.
Yeah, you can see it underneath his nail. I remember the picture.
It was like, and then it
And
was
there was a
just,
fish attached to him still,
I-
of
no.
course.
You guys want to?
course.
Yeah, yes. So you got and that. So we got to have him because I was trying to land the fish for him. I was trying to grab. He goes, no. He was like screaming. I'm like, what is he? He's like, what are you doing? No, it's a hook. It's hooked to my thumb. He's like, oh, wait, what are you talking about? You know? And I saw it, and then I'm like,
Well,
But-
at least it wasn't dangling from his thumb.
Yeah.
no, there's no.
No, you had this guy pulling on the fish.
that was kind of what happened.
it
But
off.
we gotta give him back, get him on because it was kind of interesting how we got it out.
Have you guys gotten hooks in your fingers?
Knock on wood.
Yeah,
Jet?
luckily
Really?
I've
No.
never
Oh,
been.
gosh.
I've never
Yeah.
been.
I've never been through the bar. I have helped
Yeah.
a guy. We've clipped hooks and pushed him through the webbing on his
Oh.
hand before. Again, well that was a muskie on a number 5 shad wrap.
Jeez.
Obviously we weren't muskie fishing, but that one came on there.
I get scared like we can talk about this after we'll take a break. But when I was helping him land his fish, I was like, man, I was scared this week.
What,
this past
just
trip.
getting hooks in your hand?
Yeah, because I was afraid to get hooked, or if it pops off and then right in my face.
Sure.
There's so many
Yeah.
things that could happen when you're trying to help to land a fish. We didn't have a net, so we can.
And it was a
explain.
crankbait.
No, it's a regular hook. I think you had a regular. You didn't have a
Jig,
treb.
just
But
a
did you have
jig
treb?
head.
Yeah, just jig head.
Oh, jeez.
But I had treb hooks
Big deal.
on
like
mine.
Yeah.
So I felt like I hope it doesn't pop off because he was trying to help land my fish. I was like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah, that's the worst part about crankbaits, spoons, jerk baits, whatever.
For sure.
There's so many hooks.
They're just sticky.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
that's the
Anything
thing
you
too.
do with them, they're just
Yeah,
sticky.
there's so many hooks.
So,
I had it in my hand pretty good here where I got a little scar, but that's where when I went to pull it back out, had a little chunk of meat come with it,
Ooh,
Yep.
boy.
Oh,
where it
sucks.
hooked it on the barb.
oh.
Ouch. All right. I think Fishing Kit needs a refill.
Yep.
Take a little break.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You guys are getting down
Ben's,
there too.
yeah, Ben needs a refill.
I like this.
I don't know
peach on
what
the
happened
beach.
to yours.
Brett
though.
will.
That is,
Well, this is the bottom of the keg. I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I
see.
think I'm gonna get one of those. I like hazies.
Good. It's
All right.
not- yeah,
Really
it's
good.
All right, everybody. We'll be. Oh, stay tuned. We'll talk ice fishing coming up because I want to pick these guys'
Oh,
brains
yeah,
a little
ice
bit.
fishing, yeah.
We'll talk about ice fishing, maybe about their podcast
Let's
here
do
and there.
some fall scouting for ice fishing also.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you
Yeah.
if you were a big hunter since.
I'm
Brett
not
is
at
the
all.
big- Okay, we can
No,
talk
he
about.
totally-
He has
Yeah.
more guns than I do, but he doesn't like to
Go
get after
figure.
it.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, we talk about your plans for fall, and then we'll lead into ice
Right.
fishing.
Sounds good.
All right.
Deal.
I'll just leave it running. I don't want to mess it up. All right, we're back, everybody.
Yeah, this one was pretty hazy.
I'm
know
gonna
what
do.
the heck.
I'm doing this again, guys. I am risking it for the biscuit, just for you guys.
What is that?
2 days in a row. The cat, or the copper cat, or something like that. It's like a
Yeah.
ginger
Ginger
beer
beer.
with
Oh, that's that.
with lime and alcohol.
yeah.
It's like a Moscow Mule.
Yeah, it's like 13%.
Yeah,
Was it 13?
I don't know. It might be.
Jesus.
I looked at that and was like, nah, not
Cheers,
sure.
guys. I guess I didn't even realize it. No, it's not 13. Is it? I think it's like 6.
It's pretty saucy.
Yep.
What do you guys got?
I got the Iowa IPA.
Tonight I'm doing, what's it called? Down at the Peach.
Down at the beach. All right.
IPA.
Yep, I got the same thing.
That might have been what you had earlier. You
Yeah,
said
that's
it
what I had
was
That
peach.
is
Okay,
not-
I was gonna say.
I don't know.
That
This
looks
is
totally
the
different.
Yeah.
Bottom of the keg peach.
There
It is
we go.
not real peachy, though. I will say that.
This one's pretty peachy.
Pretty
All
good.
right.
But shout out to Fire Trucker. Thanks for allowing us to come here and just raid the room and record again.
Yep.
As usual. It's awesome of them. But
I think people are afraid of us, though.
a little bit.
I mean, we had an audience at the beginning. And they
kind of shoot them all away, but it is what it is.
like, oh, fishing. I don't care. About
So we're gonna jump into ice fishing shortly here, but you're gonna ask.
Yeah,
Been
since
something?
Ben, you're
Yep.
you're not a big hunter. What are your plans for fall fishing?
So I'm all in on just getting out after work still. I'll be the guy that's like out there floating around till it gets dark. And that's just sliding downhill real quick. Like I've not been good at that, but that's always my goal. Like I just want to get out for a couple hours, get the boat out, float around, catch some fish. Yeah, work's been a little crazy, so haven't been able to get out and do that as much. But no hunting at all. Never been
no
hunting.
hunting.
Didn't even take hunter safety. Nah.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
don't know,
shooting
just-
guns.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll shoot guns all day long.
Dude, I like that. Oh, yeah. It keeps going like that.
Weird.
It's pretty happy.
Yeah, I got to tighten it up.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how to operate it.
Sorry, the mic keeps falling down.
Oh, it's
on
like
Brett.
it's like a lever.
There we go.
balance.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
I was looking for like a little wing nut or
I
something.
got to
on it.
retighten it. That's my bad on that one, guys.
But I do like that 308 of yours, man.
Yeah,
That thing's
so
a tack
I-
driver.
I went through a phase where basically bought a lot of different stuff. Like I did it intentionally. Like I wanted to have one of everything that I wanted. Like I don't have multiple stuff. I don't have stuff that really overlaps. So my goal would be for my kids to have that and go, oh, that's really cool that dad, grandpa, whatever through the family had that specifically. So I bought a lot of used stuff that's like older stuff. It has some history to it before I got it, and then some stuff that's new that I'm creating history on.
But you also reload, which is pretty sweet.
Yep, reload some stuff. Specifically that 308. Awesome. I did,
got that
I did
thing
like
dialed
a
in.
budget 1,000-yard sniper build.
It's dialed in. It's
I
sick.
miss-
It's cool.
I kind of I'm disappointed in myself. I did sell my 308. I kind of missed it.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
But you
It's a
don't
Ruger.
hunt.
Don't hunt.
Ruger
Nope.
American. It wasn't anything
punching holes in
fancy.
paper.
Yeah, but that's a good gun.
Wasn't anything fancy, but
Yeah.
it can shoot far and accurate.
How old was it? What year was it? Do you know? Ballpark?
Maybe 2000 ish.
Ruger was so good then.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the
2000-ish,
glory
I
days.
think.
Yeah, it's gone real corporate these days.
So see, like the 308 I have versus doing like actual factory ammunition, I shot all that stuff and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And then I reloaded that had already been through that single gun, and then shot again, and it's like single holes through paper at 100 yards.
I've
No
always
problem.
wanted to ask people that, like the reload. Does it really make that big? Well, number one, you
Absolutely.
save money. Well,
No, not really.
Not really.
I wouldn't do
Did
it
you
to
shoot
save
more,
money.
right? Do you shoot more? Do you realize you shoot more?
I specifically save those. I'll be like, oh nope, I'm only shooting 5 rounds today because
These are
I
dead
know the
on
work
rounds.
that came in. That I
Gotcha.
put in to do those.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it to save money because you're going to end up testing out powders and
See this one?
bullets,
And then you're gonna buy a
casing.
sonograph, and you're gonna be
And
deep
you gotta
into it.
tumble it. And so I do literally like hand reload stuff. So I don't even have like the bench press deal.
Oh, really?
I
Gotcha.
have the basic like, oh yeah.
Huh.
Nice.
You're not
school
supposed to do that unless you shoot the same round through the same gun.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Because it
Makes
doesn't
sense.
trim it and all the different stuff. I don't. Anyway,
Yeah, last time I was out at Olafson, the guy had a sonograph out there, and he was shooting a 450 Bushmaster, I think. It looked like it, anyways. And he had a whole rack, and he was just shooting different rounds that he had reloaded
Yep.
through the sonograph to see speeds and accuracy and all that stuff. And I was like, that's freaking
Yeah,
sweet.
that's high tech.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy was hardcore.
and I built the reduced recoil version for my wife to shoot. Like you can dial it in and go, okay, I'll make a 308 shoot like a 9mm.
Nice.
You know, it's cool.
Okay.
Anyway, way off the path of that.
Yeah,
but
back to fishing.
Back to
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
hear
yeah,
about
yeah,
your
yeah.
guys' trip because I hear that.
Okay. Yeah, we
turned
can,
out pretty sweet.
we can talk about that. You want to go first? You want me to go first, or what's up, guy?
Go ahead. You take it.
Well, it was. It's. I guess you can say it's a biannual trip for us. We usually do it at least minimum twice a year, where we go down south, meet up with my in-laws, a bunch of buddies from Colorado, Denver, and everything, and we it's kind of a halfway meeting point. We fish, and then we were primarily chasing fish with stripes. We were hoping the crappie was going to be hitting. They weren't. I'll tell you that right now. We didn't catch. I don't think any one of us.
You were
caught
on
a
the
single
bank the whole
crappie.
time?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're on the
Wow.
bank the whole
Bank
time.
fishing.
Bank
That's
fishing.
impressive.
Yeah.
That's
and-
probably why.
Yeah, you might be right on that. But yeah, we were fishing fishing for fish with stripes, walleye, anything that would like catfish. We tried, here and
Nice.
there. But initially we started out. I was out fishing kit. I'm going to say that right now at the beginning.
You gotta call
Of the
that
trip.
out.
I gotta call it out when I can. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
hell
Because I forgot my rods back in Iowa.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
he's out there hand lining.
You had to borrow Grandy's
Sure.
ugly stick.
Right, sure. But we were catching, I'd say at the beginning, the trip, we were catching a lot of white bass. It was fun catching them. They're what, maybe a pound and a half at best.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's good
usually,
fish.
usually down there, they're bigger than that. But the location we were fishing, because they were just smaller.
Were you guys kind of stuck to your camp area, or were you traveling around the whole lake?
Yeah, we were
fishing
driving
anywhere
around
you
the
go?
whole lake.
Yeah, we
Okay.
normally we drive around the whole lake, and but
Yeah.
but for some reason I think when we went there initially we just kind of got stuck in this certain spot because we had a bunch of people who went to other spots too.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we had a big group and everybody just split up and whoever's catching fish,
Everyone
hey,
goes.
Call.
hey,
Ooh,
over
good
here.
idea.
Like, how are you guys doing over there?
Yeah.
For the most part, everybody was sucking ass.
Yep. No, it was so weird because this lake usually it produces and usually you catch. Somebody's going to catch a lot.
No matter what.
No
I mean,
matter-
kind of like no matter the season.
In the past 5 years that we've been there, it's been that way.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, one thing that we didn't consider was the lake was down 6 or 7 feet.
That's a big deal.
Oh, wow.
Feet.
Yeah,
Not
it's a
inches,
huge
feet.
deal.
Yeah.
I thought it was inches the other day for some reason, but it's feet.
Yeah, that'll disrupt some patterns.
Right. And we were just thinking, okay, dry season, whatever. There's not really much water running through the system, but
It's a reservoir.
yeah, it's a
It's a
reservoir.
reservoir.
So we ended up at the outlet, where they pump the water out, and it's a tiny spillway, or it's not even a spillway. We just call it the outlet because there was an emergency spillway, and then this little tube, pretty much, and it's cranking out water. I'm like, why are they cranking out so much water when the lake is so low?
Yeah.
Ended up talking to a local guy. They were doing work on the dam, so they lowered the lake on purpose.
Oh,
Like,
dang.
okay, yeah,
So it wasn't a drought.
right.
Gotcha.
But the fishing was still okay on the lake part. I mean, upper part, I guess you can say. It just wasn't as
What you're used to.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then my nephew, he caught a nice flathead. It was probably close to like 15 pounds.
Lake flathead.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was
Wow.
a flathead. He caught a nice flathead. My brother-in-law, he was on fire. catching 1 pound white bass every cast almost, it felt like. And then
That's fun.
so Fishing Kit's probably not giving himself enough credit. So what happened was we were kind of sucking. I mean, we wanted to catch a little bit of a bigger fish, a bit better rush.
I mean,
right?
who?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
go out fishing hoping to catch the bigger fish. I mean,
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Throw bigger baits, bigger fish.
Yeah.
Well, and then we came to the point because we went to a spot. It's the dam, and we're like, man, we are not catching shit. It's just not working. So Kit was like, this is the thing, because my brother and one of my the other brother-in-law, he saw that they were releasing water into the outlet. He's talking about this tunnel. So Kit goes, you know what? We gotta at least hit it tonight, the evening bite, and just see, because we've been sucking this whole trip. So we go there, and it's just me and him. And there was the older
Yeah, the
gentleman,
local guy.
the local
The
guy
local
that we
guy.
spoke
Oh,
with.
there you
It was
go.
just him. He was the in reality, this spot, this outlet, you can only probably fit maybe 5 people at most. Because
It's tiny.
It's tiny because you're
It's
gonna
basically
cross
a
lines.
casting distance.
It's just
Yeah.
a tube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a tube and a pool, and then it narrows down. I think it narrows down to about this alleyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
And then the
Holy cow.
pool
Yeah.
part, it's maybe a casting distance.
So it's not
across.
like Sailorville where
No,
it's,
not even
no,
close.
nothing like that.
Not even
yeah.
close. And then, the funny thing was, I went down there first. Hey, make sure you guys follow the videos, Mop Pop Fishing and Fishing Kit. You guys will see these videos come up soon. But I went down there first, and I had a spoon or a casty, a spoon,
Yeah, spoon.
casted it, and then there's a spot there we always
You can see the
typically
seam.
cast. Yeah, and we cast it, and I go, oh, I got a bite. Of course, guy over here goes, you sure, man? He was so doubtful.
You gotta every time he says he gets a bite, you gotta take it with a grain of
See,
salt.
here we go. See, here we go again.
Especially if there's rocks or trees
Yep.
around.
Yeah, he's just
But,
tapping it.
I
There was
don't know,
nothing.
man.
There was nothing on the spot. So I was like, no, man, it was a bite. It was like, he goes, whatever, dude, whatever, right? He finally, because I think after I said that, maybe like 3 casts later, I finally landed. It was probably about 5 pound wiper.
Nice.
It was a nice wiper, and fighting it against, because the current was going, because they released a lot of water.
Yeah, they're cranking it out for that tiny little outlet.
So when you catch a wiper, it was just like going obviously with the trying to get away from
Yeah.
us, and it was like, oh my god, I was like, I don't want to lose this, and then we didn't have a net because we haven't really been catching anything big and anything at all.
Yep.
So it's just us two. So I was like, shit. What we had to do was end up taking turns landing the fish for each other.
Oh yeah.
So
help each
Fishing
other
Kit
out.
had helped me land that one. I probably caught like 4 to
Nice.
5 pound wipers that night. Caught maybe 2, maybe 3 pound white bass.
Lit it up.
Oh,
There- We didn't catch a whole ton of fish down there,
No.
That's where the big ones
but
are.
they were big,
Big. Yeah,
especially
nice.
compared to the ones we were catching on the lake.
Yeah.
We got into a pile of fish that morning on the lake, but they were a pound,
At
like
best.
1 pound white bass.
Yeah.
It keeps you entertained to a point, and then you're like, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
What are we going
So,
after?
and then it got dark quick, as you guys know right now. It's getting so dark super quick, and we were maybe there for an hour, and we're like, holy shit. I even texted called my brother-in-law, hey, you guys might want to come. He goes, man, it's too dark already. I was trying to give him a heads up. We came here late, but we're hitting.
It was
Yep.
basically
Yeah.
twilight when
Yeah.
we started.
Gotcha.
Well, right when we got there, it was pretty much twilight.
And then, you want to tell the story about Fishing Kits?
So like this light right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe plus 10 minutes before this time.
Not
Yeah.
that they can see that on the
Yeah.
camera. But yeah.
Well, they look like superstars as they are right now.
The spotlight.
The
We are
spotlight Shot Show.
spotlighted.
But there's a time. Oh, so before I mean, it's up to you. You want to tell the story? But
Yeah, I guess. Well, anyways, we're catching hybrids and stuff. Average probably 5 pounds or whatever. But the thing with that spot is there's the outlet. If you don't get bit within 10 seconds after you cast, you're basically not going to get bit.
Yep.
So
99.
Once you're out of that current
yeah,
season,
once you're out of the current,
Yep.
99% of the time, you won't get bit. But
1%.
yeah. So I'm okay. So 10 seconds have passed for me. So I'm just burning my jig in.
Ooh.
And then I just get slammed.
Yes.
And my drag's going and going and going.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a big fish. I thought maybe I snagged something, but
Yeah.
I knew for sure something hit it because
Yep.
I was just burning it in. It was just smack. And then once it calmed down, I just felt weight. And I'm thinking, this is going to be a big hybrid. The biggest one we caught so far. But then when it finally got tired, we saw it, and I basically jizzed my pants. I was like, oh,
Yeah, he did.
I was like, oh, it's a striper, dude. Like
Yes.
ocean
Full on,
stripe.
yes.
Yeah, ocean striped bass. The reason I could tell because it has the long,
Yeah, very
slender
long.
body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And then he was trying to land it. He's like, I gotta use 2 hands. It's too heavy. I'm like, 2 hands? Like, this guy's being ridiculous.
Listen.
But then when he pulled it up, I was like, holy shit. It was
Yes.
basically from like his
My s-
middle of his torso down to the ground.
Wow.
Holy
In
Yeah.
this tiny little spillway that's, casting distance
Heck
across.
yes.
Yeah.
Pinches down to
That
this little
fish could eat
alleyway.
anything that was in that
Yeah.
spillway.
and it probably was.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and we're like, dude, I was like, kid, dude, I took off my camera and everything because we were recording down there. I go, dude, I have to take my camera to land this one. I have to get 2 hands on it because I tried with one hand and it shook his head right when I was grabbing. I was like, oh,
Scared
fuck,
you.
I didn't want to lose it.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then when he came back, I got
pressure's
it.
on.
And I grabbed it with 2 hands. I was
So
like,
how'd you grab? You grabbed it in the mouth?
you had to. That's the
2
only way.
hands in the mouth?
I had to.
Catfish style.
Yeah,
That's how big his head was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's where I was
That's,
getting that perspective.
that's
Yes.
how big its head was. So I grabbed it with 2 hands. I lifted. He goes, and then still kid here, still 2 hands until he
2 hands.
until he lifted it. He's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I told him, let's take a picture with it. He's like, oh, yeah, you got to help me. I was like, what? Like, what? And then I grabbed it and picked it up. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is a pretty good
It's
fish.
it's super dense
Yeah.
and it's long. So it's like it's over 30. It was 30 plus inches. It's at least 20 pounds.
Holy
It was
smokes.
like 30 plus inches.
That is
awesome.
It's
so
a
cool.
big fish, guy. You guys, I'll show you guys pictures after this, but it was a beast, and you can hear like 2 Asian guys screaming.
I was
to the-
freaking out.
Yeah,
I was
we were
going
freaking out.
crazy.
Yep. That makes the trip worth it.
Yeah,
right
that-
there.
it
When you
really
get
is.
Was that the
one
first one you
bite.
guys had caught down there?
My in-laws have caught a few down there before.
Okay.
and I
On the
didn't
main
catch-
lake side.
On the main
Yeah,
lake.
on the main
though,
lake.
not-
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Never at this little outlet.
We would have never thought this small little outlet. No,
Boy probably got kicked out, and he's like, "Man, I want to get back into the
Yeah.
big lake."
Oh yeah.
it's
Just
a
hunting.
possibility.
So I was talking to this guy. He told me that little river. I forgot what river it is. Well, I don't want to give
You
it
don't
away.
wanna
Yeah,
say
you don't want to
it
give it away.
anyways,
anyways,
yeah.
yeah.
So he was telling me that from that little outlet down to their main big river in that state, there's nothing in between there.
We mean nothing.
Like no dams,
Oh,
anything like
okay.
that.
So it's able to possibly.
So it
swim
could have
up.
came
Up
from
north.
downriver
Yep.
all the way up there.
Because they've stocked the previous spot also.
Well, they're probably native around there, aren't they? I don't
No,
know.
they're not
They're not
native.
native there.
So there's another lake in the state where there's a hatchery there. They produce these fish.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And so they stock them at a few certain lakes, and the lake that we fish, they'll put the brood stock in that lake.
Okay.
But they won't. They don't stock the juvenile fish for whatever reason.
Huh. So how old do you think that fish is then? I mean, is it similar to?
I don't know how fast do they grow.
I have no idea.
Stripers.
Yeah.
I don't know how fast do they grow like per year because you catch a 5-pound wiper most likely
Sure.
anywhere between 3.5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Catch 20-pound striper, I have no idea.
So speaking of, I don't have anything on that, but so my brother, speaking of age class fishing, I'll pass that girl. My brother recently bought a place a year ago, and he, sorry, I got to go far away. He sent me pictures last night. So he put fry bluegill in there almost a year ago today, and he pulled out an 8-inch bluegill. And
No.
there was no fish in there before.
No.
It was a frog pond. It was a frog pond, dude. There were not any fish in there, and he pulled out an 8-inch bluegill
How
last
many
night.
years?
A year.
1 year?
Is
It
he
was
out
a
there-
frog pond.
Is he out there feeding them every night?
I know.
He's giving them kibble every
Well,
night.
it's the pond's 6 years old, and it's never had any fish in it. So I think there was just a magnum amount of bait in there. I'll show you a picture.
There had to be. No, they don't grow that.
Maybe
big.
there was
You
one or
sure-
two.
Yeah.
but
You sure there's no rain and
He
overspillage
stocked
of
in 2
anything?
inchers. He stocked in 2 inchers in there.
That's
I think an eagle came in,
Might have.
dropped a 8-inch bluegill. in
He
there
has.
last night.
I'm just on. Here we go. Because I also asked him how the deer herd was doing down there in Decatur County. But
Next
I mean,
to
he
a
pulled
bush
in that
light
thing.
can.
dude, that's a beast.
That's impressive.
That is
Wow.
impressive.
And then he also stocked. I know for a fact that the bass he stocked in there last year,
Gotcha.
which weren't huge, but
No. But I mean, I have to admit, man, Fishing Kid did a great job landing that fish because
Oh, I didn't land it. You
Oh,
landed it.
I mean, fighting the fish because
Took 2 hands, but you
at
got
least
it
it
in.
tired it out. I mean, because you were probably using what 10-pound, 12-pound line, maybe.
15.
Oh,
did you
do?
reel
Okay.
down?
Oh, I always reeled it.
There we go.
All right.
So.
Yeah, muscle memory.
But it was I think after that fish, I don't know if we caught any other fish. We left
No,
after that.
I
Yeah,
called
there's
it.
no-
I called it at
You
night.
caught it on a spoon?
Swim bait.
Swim bait.
Swim bait.
Paddle tail.
Yep.
Certified swimmer.
RD.
The RD.
Certified swimmer. Nice.
Yeah,
What
but-
color? White.
White.
Yeah. Hey, it's Fishing Kid. Come on.
Yeah.
It's gotta be white. But
Yeah.
it was I think the funny thing was we had a good night that night. We went back to the camp because everybody else was still struggling. They were still out fishing. So me and him went back to the cabins and we showered. I had to check on the kids and everything, make sure they were
Just
good.
cook that thing whole.
Dang, you took the kids too, and you still got out fishing.
Oh yeah.
I'm impressed.
The kids,
All right.
the kids, the whole family went because my brother-in-laws they bring all their kids and stuff too. So they
Cool.
get to play with
All
each
right.
other. So it's not like they're alone. So they all get to play with each other. That's why we
The
love it.
older I get, the more I respect that. If you can actually bring your kids on a trip and get some solid fishing in,
Yeah. That's a big
sure.
deal.
that's impressive.
Not easy.
Agreed. And no, we shower. We're like smile ear to ear. 'Cause, his smile was ear to ear.
My trip was made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
could have
that's
just
awesome.
stopped fishing. We still had a whole day left.
Yeah.
I could have just been done, and I still would have been happy.
And I mean, we can just tell everybody. I mean, we went there the following day, the very first day, the first thing in the morning.
Oh, yeah, of
course.
course.
We went
Why
there,
wouldn't you?
and we did okay. He did better, way better. than
Hybrids.
me. He did.
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
I caught the catfish.
You
That was
caught the
crazy. That
catfish.
channel. It was a crazy channel. I caught like the first fish on the swim bait too.
So it's kind of a mix of everything down there in the
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I like those kind
There's
of
drums too.
spots.
He caught. the
I
big-
end up
barn door, huh?
Oh, you explain? Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
this-
me what happened.
So on Sunday, everybody left. We had to check out at the cabins at noon. We hung out till maybe 2 o'clock, and after that, everybody just went home. Well, I got this whole week off. I'm
Nice.
like, I'm gonna stay and fish.
Yeah.
So I go back down to that spillway or the outlet, and me and him were talking the day before. Like, man, we should have just came here earlier. Like, we probably could have caught more fish. But I brought up the point that what if we got there earlier, but the fish weren't biting yet, and we would have left? Then maybe I wouldn't have caught that fish.
Sure. Yep.
The reason why that's relevant is because I ended up staying that afternoon. I went straight there. I wasn't catching shit.
Really?
Yeah. I picked up maybe a couple white bass, 6 channel cats somehow on swim
Jeez.
baits. But the hybrids did not really start biting. I didn't catch my first hybrid till about 7 o'clock.
So like Twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twilight.
Pretty much when we
Yeah.
got there.
Dialed in.
Yep.
Getting the
So
pattern.
you guys got
figured
there
out.
just in time.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was interesting because he told me
Super
that.
cool.
Like, man, I go, hey, is that on fire? Because I'm interested. I'm driving home. It's a long drive, and I was like, man, you get anything done? Where's the pictures? And he goes, they didn't get shit until like 6:30, 6:45. He was like, that was like 4 hours later.
Well, it's interesting how the schools move up. Like
Yeah.
the catfish are coming a little earlier. I mean, maybe not specifically always catfish, but like schools of fish will come up and they'll slide off, and then a different school will come up.
Yeah.
Maybe bigger ones will come up.
And you would think it's such a tiny little area. Like, where can the fish go? Or do they just
If you
leave
just-
the entire area, or do they just stay there and not bite until a certain time? Or
Because
Nah,
it's
they're sliding
so
down,
small.
I would think.
It's crazy. It's so small. Yeah, like I almost want to take a picture and show you guys one time. It's just
I
how
got a
small
picture.
it
I'm
is.
very
Okay.
fascinated about what it looks like down there and what the
How
fish
deep
are
is
doing.
it? We don't even know how.
It's really deep.
It's got to be
Yeah,
super
yeah,
deep. That's what I'm thinking too.
Well, so how high is the pipe that's dropping water? How high is that above the water level, or is it like
Okay,
water
here,
level?
Here is that little.
Oh shit! This is not a pipe.
Well,
Oh,
it's
guys.
the tube's back in the
Yeah,
wall.
you
but-
can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dude, your
So this
camera
is the
makes that look
widest
so big.
part.
That makes it look pretty big.
Yeah.
No,
It looks
the
big.
It's not even.
Okay, I was like, geez.
It's about
It always
casting
looks
distance.
bigger in the pictures.
What I was imagining was one of those steel road like ditch
oh,
pipes
no.
with water pumping out of it, and
10-inch
like
culvert.
10 feet wide creek that you're guys are
It's,
fishing.
but it did get down to about 10
does.
feet wide though.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
so
That was the pool, and then it just
Yeah.
pinches down.
Yep.
So it was cool, man. It was super fun.
That's awesome.
I think we're gonna go back in spring again, so we'll see.
Nice.
Hopefully, catch. Like I said, we're hoping to catch a crappie bite. Didn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that the kind of the
Yep.
premier, I guess, game species that folks will go after on that body of water?
You
or-
can get
Or are they after the stripers
Well,
specifically on there?
people go to that reservoir to target white bass, stripers, not even stripers.
they don't
I would
even
say white
advertise stripers being
don't.
stocked in there.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
but the crappies there,
That's what you're there for.
you can get them easily 14 to 16 inches.
Well, I know Ben's a in-depth outdoors fan.
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you included in too close already.
Yep, we'll leave
No.
it at
Shouldn't
that.
have said that.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bleep that part out.
So is this like an electric only lake?
No.
Or,
No, no,
Okay,
no.
so you could take a boat out there. So maybe
Yeah,
next
you
year
can take a boat out
in
there.
Kit's boat,
yeah.
we
There-
can go
oh.
out there.
Speaking of kids,
Really
though,
tune
I
it
like
up.
you practicing your transitions before
Yeah.
our podcast starts
I mean,
this season.
I need to get back in the
That was a
rhythm.
good
well, he
transition.
might be. I think he said he's selling it. Your car. He says his last day driving a car. What are you?
Yeah, we
you
thought he had
trading
a-
it in? You're selling it?
Thought
What's
we had a
going
kid on the way.
I know.
A kit, maybe.
Oh,
but
a kit or a kid?
A little kit?
Brett was like, I think he's got a kid on the way.
I mean, I don't know why you'd liquidate anything until you have kids. You should just be living the life, buying up everything you can, having all the cool stuff.
Unless he's trading it
Flaunting
in
it.
for something special.
not directly, but anyways.
all right.
enough of the suspense. But I'm taking my car in tomorrow. I'm getting rid of my car tomorrow. And
So what are you doing to get rid of the car to buy the boat? You're just taking it to a dealership?
yeah, just taking it into a dealer, selling it because I still owe money on the car, and I could sell it to private party. I would get more money out of that, but then we'd have to do the title transfer. I'd probably have to go to the bank with the potential seller, and we'd have to do everything there.
Yeah. You don't
all
want to do that
I-
stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to do all that stuff.
So you're just making a clean car break, though, and
Yep.
that's it. So, like, how long have you had this car?
3 years,
Ooh,
Oh,
3
yeah,
years.
that's tough.
ouch.
and yeah, it's so fun to drive. I've been inquiring how much they've been willing to give me, and I hesitated, and now the used car bubble kind of
It's bursting.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
bursting.
It's falling
Is it
apart.
bursting?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's bursting.
Oh, yeah.
because I checked into it a month ago. If I did it back then, I could have gotten $2,000 more.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. It's on
Yeah,
the downwards.
That's worth the
yeah,
wait, though,
downward
at least.
slide.
Yeah, but now I feel like if I wait any longer, and we got winter coming up,
Yep.
my car's a convertible. For those that don't know, not the best car to have in the wintertime.
Yeah, but boats aren't great either. in the
Yeah,
wintertime.
boats. But that's true. That's true. But I'll definitely get more use out of a boat between now and winter versus
Yeah.
that car.
Oh,
Sure.
so that's the time frame now. Wow.
That is
you're
the time
thinking-
frame.
That's what I'm saying. It's that
Boat before winter, even.
I think so, because this is the
Dang,
best time
I
to
like
buy a
it.
boat.
I like it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious on. I'm just
So
curious
many-
on the
so many
tactic.
questions.
So we buy it. Ben and I really get into buying boats and looking at boats and thinking about.
Love
boats.
looking at boats.
Obviously, you've picked
Yep.
up on Ben likes looking at boats also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sent me a few boats.
Yeah, I didn't even. So we have a buddy, Sean, that just will burn up Marketplace left and right. And I feel like I'm kind of getting there now where it's like, oh, shoot, Kit would like this, Brett would like that, Sean would like
where I was
that.
going was if you're a little bit tactical with
Yes.
it. I'm curious your tactics on going. So you're going there to the dealership to get rid of the car. See, I would have thought maybe you just go straight to Bass Pro and trade straight up. Because they'll deal in vehicles.
Really?
They don't mess
Really?
around. Well, yeah.
Well,
Interesting.
Bass Pro has.
I'm not
what-
saying they're going to give you any better deal.
Yeah.
than the dealership will.
Do not buy a boat at Bass Pro.
Don't buy a Mazda at Bass Pro.
Right. Like, hey, Mazda at this Bass Pro shop in
Yeah.
Altoona.
Great deal. Great deal.
Man, I didn't know they did that.
Oh, they'll take any money you got for a boat.
Interesting.
They'll do anything.
Do not buy a boat at Bass Pro.
Why is that?
I reiterate.
Huh?
I'm just curious. No. Wow.
And that's not my
Just-
plan, but I want to hear your
I
reason.
don't,
Yeah,
I
I wanna-
don't want to ruin your chances of being sponsored by Bass Pro.
That's fine.
That's true.
I just feel like they're just in it for the money. They don't really care. They could
Yeah, they're
care
too
less
corporate.
about Kit and his experience buying a boat. They're just gonna steer you into whatever.
Yeah, they're just a big
And
conglomerate.
Their brands
whatever.
are all Tracker and Nitro and what's the cheap Sun Tracker.
Ranger now. They own Ranger.
Yeah. So they're just buying up boat companies to just get some stuff to sell.
Yeah.
And I think their quality suffers.
Yeah. Then that goes downhill. Yeah.
And we heard some stuff about even some other companies too that are like, really? Dang it. They're going downhill quick.
Once
so,
Bass Pro buys them,
I
well,
don't
obviously they try to streamline it
Yep.
and
yep.
make maximum profits off it. And
Yep.
quality suffers a little bit. I'm not saying they don't drive good, but yeah.
I'm not saying we make fun of every certain brand of boat that we see while we're out on the water.
Clark's boat's the only one
Yeah,
that's gonna last
exactly.
forever.
Yeah, my brother-in-law just got a new tracker from Bass Pro earlier this summer. Yeah, earlier
And
this
how,
summer.
how was it? Tell us
It was
about
fine. It was fine.
Yeah,
do you
it'll
mean
drive
fine?
fine for this year.
Right.
Is it leaking yet?
No.
Are you sure?
Did he?
Actually, I don't know. I've only
Did
been
he
on
take
it
it
a
in
couple
for
times.
service and they didn't put the plug back in?
Yes,
We've rescued a guy on Big Creek before on that.
we have.
No way.
They didn't put the
he,
pl-
he
Yes.
took his tracker, ass tracker as I like to call
Ass
him.
tracker.
Ass track.
So he took it in for service. Well, this turd, not a big fan of the guy already.
A turd.
He doesn't remove his plug normally. His normal activity is not to ever pull his plug out of his boat.
Which you need to remove your plug. That's the DNR
So
rules,
he
right?
takes it into Bass Pro and gets it serviced. Well, they remove the plug, which is what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then he takes it back on the water, and he doesn't think to put the dang plug back in. Gets all the way over to the dam.
How he got all the way over on the other side.
His boat's sunk to the side of the dam,
Oh, yeah.
which is rocky as heck. And when I say sunk, I mean the back end is below water level.
Yeah.
Yep.
Front end's poking up a little bit yet. But then that's how he explained his situation to us, was blaming Bass Pro, like, oh, these idiots took my plug out and they didn't put it back in. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. We'll help you get this back end out of here and get you out of here. Finally, we got it. Oh, we
Bill's
stood on
pump
the
was
front.
running.
Yep.
We bailed like crazy.
We stood
and
on the front to
Yep.
kind of ballast it out to try to bring up the back end a little bit.
Yep, get enough
Finally got
water
it
out.
above surface. He was able to get it enough to where he could float above water. And then we were like, all right, haul ass.
had a
Back
one,
to the-
150 Mercury and just lit her up.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And just
So
took off.
when everyone complains about people hauling ass on Big Creek, sometimes it's an emergency.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Out of pure necessity.
Oh yeah, that poor,
yeah.
and that kid, I don't know. He was a high school kid too. That was a nice
No,
boat.
it was not. He bought it himself, he said.
That's
Maybe
what
he
he
could have
said,
been,
but,
I guess. He could have hit it big on YouTube or something, I guess.
There's gotta be like a device you can create. If you don't have that plug in, it like beeps and warns you or something.
Yeah, water.
Your bilge pump running.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? There's got to be something that you can. Everybody always says that. That's like the biggest
Yep.
issue, that you forget to put that plug back.
Yeah, you forget it.
Well, this is a guy
So-
that never puts it in because he never takes it out.
Yeah, that was the problem.
I
I
guess
had.
that you're right on that.
I mean, I could see the mistake, but when he told me that, he's like, "Oh, the dang Bass Pro guys didn't put the plug back in." I'm like, "All right, dude, you're on your own."
So it's called
Okay.
a 2-inch plug. That's what I have
Yeah,
on
it
my
was a
boat.
big one too.
No, he had a
Dang.
smaller one.
It was on the bottom. It was
Yeah,
underneath.
It was
the
up
boat.
underneath. So like
Oh,
the normal ones are like a 1-inch or whatever.
that's what mine
My
are.
boat's got a 2-inch. If you leave that out, it's sinking before you even
Minutes.
get it off the
You're
trailer.
knowing instantly.
Yeah, that's what that's called.
Yeah.
There you go, man. Stuff
a
you
deal.
got to
Yeah, don't
deal with
forget
here,
that.
person. Yep, don't forget that.
So you're buying a tracker at Bass Pro tomorrow.
And we're gonna
Which one are you
haze
getting?
We're gonna haze you
The
hard.
14
Oh,
or the
boy.
16 foot? With a 40 or a 35?
You can tell. Are you buying that passport tomorrow?
No, I am not going to Bass Pro.
Okay,
there we
all right.
I am not going to Bass Pro.
Yeah.
We can continue this interview.
I think I'm looking at a Lund.
Nice.
I know people are like, oh, they're kind of pricey, but
They're all
comparatively,
pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
compared to what my brother-in-law has, and a lot of people say, you're paying for the Lund name.
Yep.
They're comparable price-wise, feature-wise.
And they'll take care of you.
Yeah. And it's on sale. So I
Ooh.
figured,
All right.
why not?
Yeah.
Can't
So
go
what,
wrong.
what does your brother-in-law have?
A 16-foot tracker Super V guide or something.
Yeah,
I think is what it's called.
That's a nice rig.
So it's about 30 grand. The Lund I'm looking at is about 30 grand.
And it comes with a 5-year warranty, I think,
The Lunds do, I think.
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
That's
The
nice.
problem with trackers is they build them to a price point and they slap whatever outboard on there to make that price point. Not big enough.
I think he had a Mercury 60, my
Yeah,
brother.
not
What are you
big
looking
enough.
at on yours?
I think the same,
60?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
4-stroke.
Yep.
Yep.
That'd be a real
Get,
nice
get a
rig.
big motor.
Well, the boat's rated for 75 max.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I was telling you earlier before we started the podcast, I was surprised you weren't thinking like more of a riverboat.
Yes.
Yeah, Ben's
Yes.
been sending me pictures.
Something with a
sea arc,
You
a
get by. So
custom,
Ben
yes.
runs big water, big lake water.
Yeah.
I mean, he takes some waves over the water. He'll
I've taken water over. Oh yeah.
oh yeah, he's sunk her to the bottom of 2 feet of water. But
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, I'm surprised you're not going with something like that route.
I'm telling you, something getting into skinny water, that's appealing to
I
me.
know, but
I like that.
I
Going where no
I
boat
like
can
fishing the river from the bank, but I don't see myself
oh, it's
on a
better.
boat.
Go. Oh,
It's
you haven't
better
gotten
from
to
the
the good
boat.
spots
Really?
yet.
Because you're not having to dick with all the trees around you and all this other stuff.
That's true.
You don't have to plan it out. How far can I walk dragging
And you
all
can
my
see,
crap?
hey, are there fish
to here.
sitting on this rock pile? Are there fish on this stump that's under the water that I didn't know was there?
Yep. Gosh, boats are fun. So many options.
Yeah. When
I figured you'd be a jet guy.
when I started looking into boats, like holy shit, there is so much
Yes.
shit. So last year I was looking at a new truck, and the options for trucks is
And-
incredible.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's overwhelming. And then when I started looking at boats, it's even crazier.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So have you looked at electronics at all? Or do you think you're happy with the life scope and you're just going to run with that?
So the
Your
boat
Garmin.
I'm looking at has like a Lowrance down imaging on the console, and then I was just gonna run my LiveScope ice fishing bundle
Sure.
on the front.
Yep.
And then trolling motor?
Has a trolling motor with iPilot too. The one
There you
that
go.
I'm looking
Hummingbird.
at. Hummingbird.
Minn Kota.
Or you know, yeah, Minn Kota.
Yeah.
Minn Kota.
Oh, yeah, Minn Kota.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was
So-
thinking the Hummingbird link with the Minn Kota
There you go.
is slicker
So,
and snot.
do they
Yeah,
have a
those
li-
are.
How do they?
That's up there though.
How much is that?
It's not free.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's up there. That's kind of their higher.
Is it?
Their
It's
higher end
slick,
stuff.
man. Oh, it's
Oh,
slick.
dude. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Do I want that? Hell yeah. But
So
I want to keep my payments down a little bit.
Yeah.
I bought my trolling motor a year ago, and I got this hat in the mail
Yeah.
exactly a year after.
Ah.
And Minn Kota said, "Hey, thanks for buying our trolling motor. We hope it's letting you get to all the fish and having a great time."
Yeah, you didn't
I'm
have
like,
it.
That is awesome.
You didn't have it when I hopped on your boat yet, right? I don't think you had the Minn Kota yet.
Probably not.
You had
No.
the old.
It had the old cable
belt.
drive.
Yeah, the cable drive. one.
Yep. So that's a game changer. Just having that.
So what'd you
Love
end
it.
up getting?
A Tarova, 80
Tarova.
pound, just standard Tarova. I don't have Humminbird electronics, so it's not a big deal to link anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, don't be afraid of the Garmin Force.
I would be afraid.
Those are-
I would be afraid of the Garmin.
Those
Why?
are super
We,
pricey.
we have an experience with that already.
Yeah.
I've
That's
heard-
why I mentioned
I've heard
Good or bad?
I've heard not the best things with
Oh,
those.
yeah.
If you're used to running Minn Kota stuff, 180 degrees.
They don't
different.
have the features. The Garmin Force doesn't have the features that the Minn Kota does.
Like the main thing that Garmin has is it's brushless, right? That's
Sure.
like kind of
It's super fast. It's super quiet.
But they don't
Absolutely.
offer the
Yep.
that contour. They don't offer that contour or follow the contour like Humminbird and Minn Kota do.
for that price point.
Yep.
They don't have that at all. They
Yep.
must have some sort of patent on it with.
I think they do, yeah,
Minn
because
Kota.
it was interesting. But yeah, Minn Kota stuff's always been good, and you can get it anywhere. You can get it serviced anywhere. Like
You know,
place in town does it. Yeah,
Well, there's that refurbished place in town even.
yeah. That's where Sean got his. He loves that. He got the Altera though, so
wow.
Yeah.
double taps a button and
It's
puts it
cool,
in.
but there's some problems with it.
Yeah.
It got hung up once. The battery died, so it wouldn't come back.
Wouldn't
up
stow.
once.
Yeah, that's kind of a
Wouldn't
big deal.
stow on us.
See, this is all boat stuff
Man,
that
that's
I
what I'm
have
saying.
no
This is
idea.
Some pricey
You'll
ass
learn.
shit.
Yeah.
When I started
Yeah,
looking into boats, it's just
You
the
know
boat
what
itself.
BOAT stands for.
What?
Something about add another 1,000.
Bust,
Oh,
bust out another 1,000.
Bust out another
Bust out
1,000, that's
another
right.
There
1,000.
you go.
I was thinking
Boat.
better add, but I was like, the 8 does not count right there.
Dude.
But yeah, another 1,000.
It's a Southern Iowa thing.
So does yours have the spot lock? That's one thing
Yes.
I wanted.
Yeah,
Just
And
the
it-
spot lock.
The new motors have that heading sensor. They have Bluetooth. They're like
How accurate is
it's
that?
very
Oh, you're
accurate.
dead on.
Is that okay?
It's
That's
like
what
an
I'm-
anchor.
It's
man.
like night and day
Really?
versus.
It's
So Brett
unbelievable.
has the older
I have the
iPilot.
Gen 1
Yeah.
iPilot, and mine was a original
Power drive.
power drive that didn't have it, so they bought the head for the iPilot head to put on it. So it's like a addition to the power
And
drive.
how
already.
good is that versus?
Not bad-
It'll
not
swing
bad.
around a little bit on me,
Yeah.
but I mean, I can set it and go tie hooks or do whatever.
Totally
and not worry
fine.
about
Yeah.
anything.
Gotcha.
Yep.
But it's gonna swing around on me a little bit. It's not like Ben's new one. You're on a pin and you're not freaking
Really?
moving.
Yeah, I heard Minn Kota is the best when it comes to the
Yeah.
spot lock, anchor, lock, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
And the remote's really good too. Like the Link remotes, touchscreen, like kind of like it looks like a cell phone, and it's kind of cheesy. Like I really don't want that when I'm out on the water. I want to hold like something with.
My hands are crusty.
I don't have to
and
look at it.
greasy and,
Yeah,
Just
I can
buttons.
just hit buttons, and I know what I'm doing.
yeah.
It's good.
It's kind of like in a car. So there's a trend in car electronics where they're trying to get rid of knobs and buttons,
Yes.
which is cool until
want
like
one.
us
Do
in
something.
Iowa.
Yeah.
You got gloves on. You just want to
Yes.
turn off the heat without looking at it. But if it's all touchscreens, you
gotta
got to take your
gloves
gloves
yeah.
off. You got to look
Yep.
at what you're doing, go through a few menus.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
kind of like the same thing.
Yep.
They're gonna have to fix that. They're gonna make it like verbal.
Yeah,
No,
they're
that's
already
even
going with
worse.
some of that,
That's
yeah.
even worse.
I know.
Voice
That-
recognition.
But
Yeah.
I think that's what they're gonna be like. Well, you can just do verbal. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna end up saying.
So what do you want to accomplish with this boat? That's
what's
what
the
I
goal?
when
Why?
I think of if I could just
Why now?
have Kit's money and Kit's time and his
Freedom,
availability,
yeah.
freedom,
Yeah, freedom.
and I could just go, what do I want to do with this boat? Let me think for a week on that.
Well,
What does Kit
money-wise,
wanna
you might
do?
be going backwards. Time-wise, I'll give you that because
Yeah.
you got
Way
a couple
forward.
kids.
Got a kid on the way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Congrats.
Like
Congrats.
Like 2 weeks away.
Oh shit.
Wow.
There we go.
Maybe
Wow.
tonight.
Maybe
Maybe tonight.
down to the wire.
Cheers.
Wow,
Heck
cheers.
yeah.
Congrats, man.
Congratulations.
Boy and or girl, we don't know.
Congrats, man.
Thanks.
You don't know, right?
Not gonna find out.
Hey, welcome
Be
to my
cool.
work. I didn't find out for 3 of mine.
That's so much fun. I love that.
It was. I didn't find out for my first 3.
Then the last one, you were like, I
You're
gotta
like,
know.
I'm like,
We can't
shit,
have another
Let's
girl.
see. Let's
Oh
see
my
if we
gosh.
could change
Right
it.
after 3 girls, like
Dude,
please.
I'm like, let's
please.
see. Let's see if we can change the
Yep.
trend. And that shit. So you know what we did was we did a reveal with fireworks. I'm a pyro, and we did it in Colorado, Denver, and fireworks showed pink. So there you go.
All
Yep.
pink all the time.
All pink all the time, guys.
There you go.
Is what it is.
Okay. Anyway, we still got to talk about ice fishing.
Oh, shit.
But
Oh, yeah.
all right,
We got time. We got
back to the boat. So the reason why I'm so kind of gung ho about getting a boat now. Before I was always on the fence because I never trailered a boat. I never launched a boat. I never operated a boat by myself. But after doing the Iowa 24, I was like, okay, this ain't so bad. Even though we struggled a little bit trying to get it started because it was a 2-stroke. We had there was this lever thing like high throttle or something
Yep.
or other. Anyways, got past that, got the boat back on the trailer, got it back to Sean's place safely,
One piece.
and I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. So after that point, okay, it's the logical next step for me, I guess,
Yep.
getting a boat, because. Man, I've been hopping boats
I mean,
all summer.
The
and
only thing it'll change your fishing a lot is you're thinking about mechanical boat things now. You're like, oh, I should get this fish finder. Oh, I should get
Yeah.
a Talon. Oh, I should get this drift sock. Oh, you
Yeah.
already have a drift sock.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I got
mean,
live scope already.
I got to keep the bearings on the trailer running. I got to
Yep.
do this. I
Yep.
got to get it registered. I got to do.
There is
you know,
more stuff to think about.
Yeah. Like
gotta
this year
store
when
it.
we went up to Minnesota, and I did for the first time in probably 12 years, I didn't bring my boat up. I was a passenger, and I was like, everyone was asking, "Oh, are you ready for Minnesota? Are you excited? Are you excited?" And I'm like, not really, because I haven't had to dick with my boat the whole time to get
Yeah.
things ready to go. I'm just throwing my rods in the car and we're coming up. Like I haven't thought about it.
There's a little bit more on your shoulders
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you own a boat.
You think
Yep.
about it a lot more. Like I've repacked my bearings. I mean, our boat's
Yeah.
a 94, and I mean, probably every 2 or 3 years I'll repack bearings, new tires, and
Yep.
all that stuff. Because
But
you don't. That's the
especially
last thing
since,
you want.
Since
is
you
to
go
lose-
up
lose a
limited amount of
tire.
times, yeah, you don't want to have something happen where it's
Yep.
like that's my biggest fear. Where it's like, okay, I'll get up there, 2 guys are planning on hopping in with me, and they can't because my motor won't start.
Yep.
My something.
But if you're
broke.
buying new, you got time.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I want to go with something new. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff.
But it's a little fun.
I'm
I
pretty
could-
sure at some point down the road, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
At this point, I could tear down
Oh man,
a 2-stroke motor and put her back together. No, not even think twice about
Oh
it.
shit.
So I got pictures of a bearing buddy that fell off on the way up to Minnesota, and I had stuff with me to duct tape around it,
Yeah.
pack it full of grease, pinch it off, and like just make it work the whole trip. I was like, no big deal. I got this. I got duct tape. I got grease. You know, like that's the mentality.
On my
of-
motor, on my 40
keeping it
horse
going.
Mercury, it's an 89. And I mean, I replaced
Yeah.
relay switches, I replaced pumps, I replaced props.
Yep.
I need to replace a lower unit seal. Like, it's just wear stuff. But like at this point, we can
No
tackle
problem.
it.
Oh, speaking of wear and tear, so I mentioned that we took out Sean's boat, and everything went pretty gravy.
Hit a rock.
The first time that Sean took it out after we took it out, he had his tire, the tread flew off on the
Oh,
trailer
gosh,
tire.
Yeah.
That's old.
Like down the
tires.
street from his house.
Dang.
So then, very next time after we dropped it off.
So we were
Dang.
maybe a couple miles off from
Yep.
that shit happening to us.
I don't mess around with that stuff anymore.
New tires, put her on.
Brandon and I ran a spare from western Iowa over to eastern Iowa, and it was a 1975 Citgo tire. And we were like, oh yeah, we got a
And this
spare.
was in 2008.
No problem.
Or no, 2012.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So we throw this tire on. We're like, it's fine. You know, it's got air in it. Whatever, we'll run it. We were doing 65 miles an hour and just blew the tire apart. So then we put another tire back on. Like, I will not mess
Was this
with
the
that
same
anymore.
boat you guys backed down that bog, that floating bog in Minnesota?
Yep. So we
In
backed
his
our
Ranger? Yee.
backed the boat on to get it in deep enough in the water. We had to back on, not land. It was
Floating
a bog.
bog.
It was
The truck was on a
the
bog.
truck was on a bog.
No kidding.
Yeah,
And
it was dumb.
it was started sinking really slow, and we just got the boat off quick, pulled the truck out.
Get out of
No
here.
big deal. So, but yeah, the older you get, which if you get something new, you'll be fine. You have new tires. Don't mess around with tires that are 10 years old
Right.
or older. You know,
Right.
buy a new set.
Don't
I'm
worry about scratching
excited.
paint, though.
I'm excited now. Now you got me really.
That'll be cool. So a Lund. So like, how big of a Lund?
The Rebel?
1650.
16.
Yeah, Rebel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Tiller.
Nice rig.
Tiller life.
Yeah, I
Tiller.
want you to be a tiller. You're a tiller, man.
If you're doing a 16, you have to do it.
I know, because there's so much more room.
Absolutely.
well, not even the room, but it's more versatile, and you can like your control is a lot better than it is with the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Tiller life.
I might end up with a side console.
No. It's not a party bar, just a fishing machine. Fishing all the way. That's cool. Nice.
And then I started looking at trailers too, because
It doesn't come with a trailer.
no, it comes with a
Oh,
trailer, but
I was like, geez.
okay, there's bunk trailers and roller trailers. I'm like, okay, what
Bunk.
the hell? What the hell is
Roller.
that? See,
Roller.
Roller all
there's
the
two
way.
camps.
You're
So what's the difference? Can you explain it?
A roller, it'll fall off. If you unhook it, it'll fall off on the ramp
Okay.
without going in the
You
water.
don't unhook it till you get in the water.
With a bunk, it'll stay on the trailer.
So I've been in spots. Sean and I were on the river.
Well, yeah,
Could
okay.
not get it in without
It
a roller
depends on
trailer.
how sticky of a situation you want to
Yes.
get into.
And I have a tilt roller trailer.
I have a
And
tilt
we were
bunk trailer.
dang close to tilting that thing and shoving it off.
I've never pulled the pin on my trailer. I'd
Tilt?
be scared.
Wait, what's this? See, this is another freaking thing.
No, most
you
of them are
won't
tilt.
have a tilt
Most
trailer.
are tilt.
Okay.
No.
You don't think?
Do you follow Angler X on YouTube?
I don't.
He's a Mississippi River guy. He has a 1650 Rebel.
Yeah.
And he's tillering around
Does he have a tilt?
a
trailer?
50. No.
See, my concern is if I ever had to use the tilt, how would I get it back on the trailer?
Yeah.
That's my biggest
Depends.
concern.
Yeah, so,
Depends.
anyways, the boat I'm looking at, there is one in particular. It's on a bunk trailer, or not a bunk.
Yeah.
Sorry, roller.
Roller,
It's
okay.
on a roller.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't ever unhook it before you get to the ramp.
Yeah.
I don't think that matters that much. Yeah. People make a big deal about it.
I know. I was like, oh, you're idiots for unhooking
Yeah.
your shit before you go out there. And then we pull up with bro, and he unhooks everything and just pulls it
Oh,
right down the water.
boy.
I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess he does it a lot.
$100,000 boat, and you're just
100,000.
like letting her sit on the trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Too funny.
All right, I think it's time for us to move on from the boats and finally get into kind of your guys' namesake, the Short Rod Show.
We could be
which
the
is-
short boat show here.
I'm just
Sure.
excited that you're getting in on the water. You can see watching the people from the water on the bank,
Yeah.
like what Brett and I have got to experience.
Yeah.
All right,
So
cool.
well, hopefully I won't be a peasant anymore.
Thanks,
Beating
man.
the bank.
Hey, you get a free ride.
I'll
now.
just be a peasant getting
Every
a free
time.
There's
ride.
one more
absolutely.
person that you know that has a boat.
There
Or
you go.
tell 'em
That
to
is
stay
one
on
more.
the bank while
Like,
you're out there.
hey, yeah, you stay over there. You
Going out tonight. Yeah, good luck, dude.
No, I'm
Awesome.
excited too. That I know he's been talking about this, and we were talking about this previous podcast. I'm glad he's pulling the trigger. I'm excited for you, man.
Yeah, that's
You
awesome.
can take us out sometime. That'll
Yeah, I
be
would
fun.
love to get on the boat.
there you go.
Dude.
That'll be fun.
I'll show you my jigging technique.
Yeah, maybe I'll learn something.
There you go. There we go.
Like instead of catching 8 fish in an outing, I might catch like 12 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an eye-opening experience.
So we'll get into ice fishing real quick, and what do you guys got coming up for the show? What do you guys got coming up for the season? What are your guys' plans this year?
Yeah, kind of talk about the show a little
Yeah.
bit, actually. Kind of
Sure.
recap what the show's all about.
Yeah.
I think the shows might pivot a little bit this year. Previously, what we've always been about is trying to be as live as possible. Like, we're recording, midweek, and we'll drop our episode on Sunday. So 3 or 4 days difference between recording and episode. Where this year, when we started doing that, and that idea was we didn't have kids, we didn't do any of that stuff. Ben's got a kid on the way.
Yep.
I've got 2 kids, little kids. It's tough to pull that off now.
Schedules.
So there's probably more of we'll probably talk more tactics and gear rather than ice condition sort of a report. Prior to that, we've always been like, hey, we're on the water, we're
Yep.
seeing 8 inches of ice, negative 10 degrees or whatever. How do we tackle the current conditions that we're seeing? Where now we might be more kind of like hypothetical. If you're seeing this or seeing that, we'll see how that stuff kind of goes. But
And I think that's good. Our audience is all over the place. Like we
Yep.
get people. We had a guy message us from Montana
yep,
this week talking about diesel heater stuff.
yeah.
There you go.
And
People are
and
listening now because
that
we're starting to
kinda
get
stuff-
people following us now
Yeah,
again.
that's cool.
And it's picking up.
The season's coming.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting.
So what we do, I mean, he was talking about how does it run in negative 20 degrees, and I was like, haven't really tried it,
Never
but
experienced
it should work. You do the right blend of fuel, whatever. But stuff like that, like people enjoy that. So we want to
Yeah.
give them that content just when we can. We'll be still
Yeah.
getting after it.
I was really into trying to push a lot more. I think we're going to do a lot more family stuff. So get the boys out
Yeah.
on Big
Cool.
Creek. We're going to get a hub shelter this year, maybe do a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call it ice camping, but we'll at least have like a home base for a weekend sort of
Yeah.
situation.
Right.
So the ice show, we're buying a hub.
Okay.
Like I know you guys talked about that too. Getting some stuff. Ice show's going to be.
Yep.
So you think So
Money.
I was honestly I almost pulled the trigger this past week. I was looking, but then I'm like, should I wait? Will it be cheaper? Should I wait for Black Friday? Should I?
Yep.
Do you think it's the
Yes.
best bang for
Yes.
your buck if I go to the show in Minnesota?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yep.
If it,
They're all trying to sell
I
something.
mean,
100%.
by the time you consider
Depends on what-
gas to
what-
get there and
Okay.
to get in and all that, no.
It'll be about the
But
same.
if you enjoy it, if there's other
Yep.
if you can justify the cost through other avenues, and then you can get the discount, then yes.
If you talk to the otter guy about how sweet that Eskimo shelter is looking, and I don't know, man. I'm on the fence on it.
Yeah.
And then just keep wearing them down,
Going
and then
back and forth.
Come back the next day and be
Pay
like,
early.
Still
Pay
didn't
to
buy
get
one
in
yet.
early.
Like,
Yeah, the
I
Eskimos
don't
got
know.
this. And
I'll
Yeah.
tell you, it is always worth it to pay the extra couple bucks to get in early.
yes.
Holy
Go
smokes.
wheel and deal. Yep. Buy your
Okay.
VIP.
Yep.
Get in there. Wheel and deal.
That's why I was okay.
Buy it. Get your
Well,
ticket.
It's so funny how you guys are saying that because those are the two ones I'm looking at. Is the Otter and the Eskimo.
Oh, for a hub?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the one
Eskimo.
with you zip all the way. I think it's the Pro.
Which Otter
Vortex,
now?
I think
Otter has
whatever.
the full zip.
Yeah, the
it's
side
it's the
door.
Pro.
Yep,
it's
That's
the-
their
door.
big news this
yeah.
year.
Well, they
Yeah.
But
Same thing
everybody
with
has
that.
that now.
Yeah.
They're the last ones to the game.
No, I don't think Clam has
No.
it yet. Clam doesn't have. It's only Eskimo
Oh, really?
and only Eskimo and Otter that I've seen.
Oh.
And those are the only two, and I'm looking at them right now. Price point wise, surprisingly, Otter's a little bit better.
A little cheaper?
Really?
Not at the
Yeah.
show. it won't
Really?
be.
But
No.
maybe
That-
not.
that blows
because
me away.
The one I'm looking at is, I think, is the 4 or 5 man guy pop
Oh,
up.
The lodge.
Sure.
I think so. Is that
You
the
want to
Lodge?
get bigger than that.
The lodge is what I got.
Yeah, you
That's
want to
about-
be bigger than that.
You sure?
Yes.
It's just me
You
and
need
two
the
girls.
resort.
I mean, maybe me and 2 other guys. It's 3, and it's a
I don't
4 or
know.
5 man pop up.
Well, it depends what you want to do with it. If you're
Yeah.
just gonna fish out of it, yeah. But if you want to camp out of it or do whatever,
I probably won't camp out of it. I mean, if I camp out of it, it'll be like one time a year, and it'll be just me.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm not gonna take any kids or anything on that. But yeah, I looked at the price point. Like the Eskimo one, it's been like sold out. I don't know. If it's
Yeah.
because it's brand
They,
new or
they don't
what.
release the inventory until ice season.
That's what I
You know,
figured.
they're
Like,
not.
October, like
Yep.
like upcoming.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
October.
They're not going to sell
October's
very many
big,
until
yeah.
a certain
October.
point.
Because I'm
October,
looking at it like,
November.
man, I'm trying to pull the trigger. I want to get it, and I'm like, why is this sold out here and sold out here? I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe the
We'll
show.
wheel and deal on an Eskimo and do a package deal.
Wheeling and
Go,
dealing.
what
also,
if we buy 2 of these? What'll he give us?
Are you looking for a 4 or
Yes.
5 man hub?
No,
Yeah.
bigger than that.
Something big. We're gonna split it. Maybe another buddy's gonna
Like
split
a 5-sided.
it.
It's five. They're
yeah.
all 5-sided now. I think.
Well,
the
bigger-
2 ones I'm looking at, they're 5-sided.
The 650 Outbreak
I think I want to go as big as we can
I
get.
was
or an
going-
850,
I was
which is
going-
the double. Either one.
I was looking at the 450.
Because if we're taking it out,
450
it's going to
is
be a
nice.
setup base camp for a
Yes.
weekend.
Then
sort of
you're looking
situation.
at 650 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Because, yeah, my plan is if we're going to set that sucker up over our flip ups,
Yep.
is it's going to be a base camp for the weekend.
Wait,
sort of
over
situation.
the flip up?
No.
No.
Well, no.
Oh,
Instead
I thought
of
literally.
I meant
I
instead
thought
of
literally you're gonna
Hey,
put them on top of your flip up.
double insulated.
Double insulated.
Double insulated.
Got to keep the kids warm.
But it's, if you guys are really, when is the show this year?
December 4th and something or other. First
Okay.
weekend.
Yeah.
So you guys are going for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Wait, are you gonna make it this year?
Yeah, I already talked to the old lady.
Okay.
all right. I'll talk to the boss too, and I'll see. Because
Yep.
you're spot on. If you're gonna get one, and I'm gonna get one too, it doesn't matter if it's the same one or not. We'll be like, look, you can get 2 hubs right now. You're gonna get a couple grand.
Yep.
Yeah. 2 for
Or
1.
we can go to your competitor over there and
Yep.
get it from you guys.
That's what's cool about the show is it's personal. It's,
For sure.
Yeah, you have that opportunity.
hey,
Okay.
to wheel
kid,
and
tell
deal.
me about this shelter that you got.
If you like
and
to
then,
wheel and
have
deal,
you used
that's
it
the
before?
that's
How's
the
it
show to
work?
go. Okay.
You know, what's the deal today? Oh,
Right.
you know, gee, Sean got all kinds of extra stuff. He got
Yeah.
a pullover, he got a hat, he got, just for buying,
Yeah.
the pistol bit.
Oh yeah. He got a bunch of
It's
extra.
like, well,
stuff
what else
also.
you got? Yeah, we'll give you the sweatshirt too.
Hey, they don't want to take it to that home.
sweet.
That's the deal. Is they just don't want to take it home.
Yeah, very true.
Yep.
And then,
That's
Damon, my oldest daughter, she loves that freaking clam. The
Soccer
beanie,
hat? Yeah.
the beanie.
Clam beanie.
That she had, because I got it because I bought the suit there.
Yeah,
I got it
yeah.
from somewhere. And like, come on, man, throw that in for me at least. It's for my daughters, and she loves it. Every
Nice.
winter, she wears that
that's
freaking
fun.
clam beanie. It's the warmest
Yeah.
thing ever, dude.
The other thing I need to get into, and I got to find a cheaper alternative, are the Beaver Dam tip ups.
Yes.
Yeah,
this
I know
past
you've
year-
been, you've been looking for those.
They're
haven't
freaking
you?
$80 a piece at
Jeez.
Fleet Farm right now. You can go into that back section. You
You
told me.
did you
Well, I
look?
went back there last weekend.
They had them.
$79 for one, and I was
For a
like,
tip-up.
that's not happening.
How often do you guys do tip ups in Iowa?
It's a lot.
Not much
Really?
until this past year.
We're
and
getting
we've-
into 'em.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm in it. Oh, I'm all in.
I don't think we've ever done tip ups.
You just maximize.
Well, I just-
We just
all
do
your
dead
stuff.
sticks,
Well, I do the jaw jacker.
jaw jacker.
I mean, it's
It's
the same deal,
yeah.
but
Okay.
it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So when we did our trip on the Mississippi this past year, and that was the only thing that was biting because we got those tip ups away from us, and any ice noise was the big deal. And that's what I've learned more and more since running the Panoptics is ice noise.
Yeah.
It's
So
huge.
you got 4 kids, right? Mm-hmm. 2 lines apiece. That's 8 tip ups there, plus
Yep.
another 3 on
the-
yours. That's 11.
one is 5. She's
That's fine.
not gonna ice.
Hey,
it.
Hey,
so
as
she's-
long as
one
she
is
can
two.
pull a line out the hole,
I don't even know if that,
she's in. That
You
doesn't
got
matter.
at least two girls that
I got-
can go, so that's
Yeah,
4
I-
lines.
I got 2
Yeah.
for sure.
Get them as far away as you can get on structure.
Yeah.
That you can still realistically see them from where you're at.
Interesting.
The flag pop.
Okay.
And that was awesome. Oh, it was on the Mississippi. It was the ticket.
Yep.
Like we weren't catching anything in our shelter.
that or the homemade PVC setups.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
The homemade jaw jacker.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm building like 3 more of those this
Can
year.
I buy one?
Oh, they're a lot cheaper than $80.
Oh,
I'll tell you
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm this.
Well, I need to buy like 15 feet of PVC pipe at a time. So, yeah, I can build like 5 at once.
I'll take one from you, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll try it out.
Those really caught fish where the tip ups didn't, based on
What
Towards the
I feel
end of
like
the
towards
day.
the end of the it was
Yes.
interesting. Yeah, at the start of the day, the beaver dams were catching them, but
Yeah.
then towards evening, those jaw
they're getting a little more sensitive. So those jaw jackers would let them play with it a little bit until it popped and
Then
tripped.
hook 'em.
And
where they just played
That's
with
cool.
the tip up and
that's
forever.
literally just PVC pipe and a coat hanger and a couple eyelets. That's the
Yeah.
materials list.
Have you
Some
seen
spray
the
paint.
mousetrap one?
Uh-uh.
Where the guy uses a mousetrap for the trigger.
The big mousetrap?
No, just like a regular mousetrap.
What?
Huh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You should send us a.
Yeah. I'll have to look for it,
Yeah.
and then that would be so cool.
That
so
is cool.
So this year with the big hub is I want to also build a portable diesel heater that's in like a Pelican case. So the idea is 100% self-contained heating unit in a Pelican case. Set it outside the shelter, run ductwork in, like a 4-inch.
Would you screw that your fuel tank to the side of it?
Nope, feels like all self-contained. Like
It's
literally
within
has
the Pelican case?
Yes, has a DeWalt battery, has your fuel tank, has your heater, and the exhaust blows out one side and your heat blows in the other side. And
Dude.
The
heats
best
our
part
shelter.
about that whole diesel heater situation is you can keep like your buddy heater or like the rosebud heaters is you don't have that super hot spot inside your tent, like for the kids to throw crap in or poke or do whatever.
Yeah.
All we have is a little blower, and
just
you
blows
could
it in.
could shove your arm in there. You're not gonna burn yourself. I mean, it'll be hot, but
Yeah.
that's the key.
So I've been researching like the best setup, and like people have all kinds of cool ideas on it.
So people have figured it out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
dude.
It's a big deal.
The first one that I saw was like 10 years ago. Some guy was building these to actually preheat airplanes in Alaska. He's like, I just need something that could preheat my airplane so I could get going. And he built this Pelican case diesel heater. And he's like, I just set it in there, blow hot air over the engine for an hour before I run it, fire my plane up and go.
And it's
Like,
dry heat.
that's
Like
it.
you're
Dry
not
heat.
fogging up your windows or anything.
Yep.
Nice.
Just and exhaust
So-
and everything's outside. It's just
Yep.
blowing heat inside.
Do you guys have snowmobiles and ATVs?
Just
Are
a
you-
quad.
Or is that,
Yeah, you
is
got
that, is that what
quad.
you use, just your quad?
Little
A little
quad,
bit.
yep.
So then talk about the quad for a second. I gotta pee.
Yeah, I'm sliding fast too.
Yeah. Once
All right, maybe pause.
once you. Okay, so this portable diesel heater, I'm really intrigued because I hopped into Ben's flip over, and he's got the diesel heater set up in there. That thing is
It's
freaking sweet.
Yeah.
So when you figure out this portable,
Yeah, so there's plans already. Like all I gotta do is just buy the stuff.
Yeah.
Basically. And what's funny is the diesel heater prices have gone down.
ooh,
So last year I think mine was $149. Now they're like $125.
see, once you get it figured out, I might have to commission you to build me one because I am not a handy guy.
You could do it. You could do it.
Or I could just, hey Ben, here's
Yes.
X amount of
Build me
money.
one.
Can you build me one?
Are you guys planning to stay overnight on the ice quite a bit
I
this year?
do want to do that this year, yeah. And I haven't had a good setup to do that. Like,
Gotcha.
I need to get a good cot and do a good setup across in my flip over.
Uh-huh.
Sideways.
That'd be
It's just
Tough.
I've slept in there before, but it's been tough. There's not enough room.
That's one of the reasons why I'm getting the pop up.
Yep.
Is because number one, because it's heavy as shit to pull that sled now. So the sled is with all the gear and everything, it's close to 200 pounds, dude.
Yep.
When I take the kids, it's
That's why I say you got to get a machine.
wow.
Yep.
That's a possibility on down the road. But you get a nice pop up tent. It's probably $80 or $80, 80 pounds.
I was going to
Yes.
say, what kind of
Yeah,
pop
they're
up are
like-
you buying for
Oh,
80
sorry,
bucks?
80 pounds, sorry.
Yeah.
Like maybe 80 pounds,
$80.
maybe less than that, actually. I was looking at it, those pop ups
Yep,
now.
yep.
And then I just throw on the sled, and then that's about the heaviest thing, maybe unless I take a propane heater. Everything else is going to be light.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's technically the sled. Like I think it's heavy when I'm taking the kids out, and I think they have more room. Like you're saying, they could run around, play if I have that hub, and that's the
Yeah.
main big reason why I need to get a bigger type of a hub, a better hub than what I.
See, our kids are young enough where we need the hub to not have any holes in it, and just set it up to keep them warm.
Yeah.
And if they want to come over and ice fish, they can come over.
So they don't escape.
For sure.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that too.
they're not dipping their toes
Yeah.
in the water like Henry did.
Well, let me know if you guys are gonna do one locally. Whenever you guys get kids out, I'll bring the kids out, and
Oh, yeah.
hopefully I'll have the pop up,
Oh, yeah.
and then we'll
That's
make
the
a nice
plan.
party, and then we have fishing kits. Cook us some stuff with no tripe stuff.
Well, he
please.
can catch all the fish. And
There you go. He can show us.
We've got a few brush
I'll bring
piles.
some meagerang.
Yes.
How about that?
Have you guys had that yet?
Yeah.
Ben's
Yeah,
had
you
it.
have.
Yes.
Ben?
No, I want the spam.
Oh, the spam.
Musubi?
Spam.
Oh, he wants
musubi.
spam musubi.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
we gotta get you on that.
I have
my
a whole
wife
bunch
can make
of
it for you.
I like
my
that
wife,
a lot.
My
That was
wife.
good.
Oh, you had the homemade one, right?
Yeah.
I can have my wife make you fresh homemade spam musubi.
Was that not what we had the first time?
No,
That
this
was from
a store.
a restaurant.
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 Nice.
Oh,
But-
yeah, that was good.
If you guys
Man.
let me know, it'll be good.
Okay, so
I mean, yeah. Anytime I see you, I want one.
Okay,
So yeah.
we know.
good
We know
stuff.
now.
all right, so we touched on gear a little bit. Is there anything else that you guys are trying to get into gear wise for this season?
I feel like Ben's got to upgrade to an 8-inch auger with his live scope.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to that.
Jeez.
Light flight,
Yeah.
pistol bit.
Dang it, that pistol bit is sweet though.
That's what you got, right?
I have the light flight.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with the pistol, but I'd go with light flight, I think.
Depends on the drill you got. So
Or just go with the regular 8-inch.
no, I'm not doing an 8-inch.
Be a man
Steel.
about it.
No.
Hand auger?
No. Put
No,
it
a
on
steel.
clamp plate.
The steel bit.
Oh.
Yeah, the steel bit.
I don't know. I'm debating on that because then the other part of me wants to just get a Strike Master 40 volt.
Ooh,
We'll see.
lithium ion.
Yeah.
The ice show, I'm telling you.
That basically has the light flight on there too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it comes with it. Yeah.
Did your
Yeah.
buddy
No,
last
the
year?
24.
No, the
volt.
24.
Yeah, he bought a pistol bit, and
Pistol
that
bit, yeah.
that worked okay. He used a brush drill.
I think the problem was his drill.
the drill was just not
Junk.
good enough.
Which is interesting. So people all
Bite.
complain about the brush drill, but mine's always been brush drill.
Here's
mine's the-
a 7 though. So like you picture
What do you mean
a
7?
A 7-inch
7-inch
to
auger.
an 8 is like
It's a big difference.
it's
Yeah, but
not
his- Sean's
10%
could barely
more, it's
turn.
30% more.
His could barely turn that 8-inch auger. Where mine's an.
The pistol bit is
beast.
aggressive. I mean the
No, it's
angle
not.
that thing's going. Yes,
It's not
it
any
is.
more aggressive
Yep.
than the Strike
yeah.
Master.
I think it is.
No.
It puts a load on it.
The blades are way more of an angle with the
That
Strike
doesn't
Master.
matter. It's all about anyway.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yours is 8-inch, right?
Yeah, I got the 8-inch
Yeah.
light, or
Flight.
what are we talking about? Yeah, light flight
Light flight on a drill.
Yeah.
on a drill. DeWalt
Yeah. You got the same drill.
996,
Yeah.
998, something like that.
Brushless, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Which
the
was
big one.
what was the one you split in half? That was when we
The
went
99.
viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the old
The
school one.
996.
Split in
996.
half, DeWalt. We went viral with all the Milwaukee guys. Were like, "Oh, this DeWalt's a piece of junk, you idiots! What are you doing?" yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But I'm curious on that. The Live Scope Plus is how that fits in a.
That's right, you got the
Supposedly it
Plus.
fits in a 8-inch hole, 7-inch hole. I hope it fits.
I don't think.
I think it will
I
because
think so.
the LVS 32 it fit into a 6-inch. What's the first composite? First composite auger. Ah, damn it! What?
K-drill?
K-drill. It fit in
Oh,
a
okay.
6-inch.
Which that's
K-drill
5
hole.
and a half.
Which is 5
Which
and a
is
half.
5 and a half.
Yeah,
so
they got
I
in
think
trouble
your
for that.
LiveScope Plus should
should.
fit in a
Yeah.
at least a 7.
But it's definitely going to be an operation where I drill the Live Scope hole, drill the fishing hole.
Like it's tight with my Panoptics, but the cord comes out the side,
Oh yeah.
which is the problem.
All right, I'll be back.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Lowrance transducer.
Yeah. Where the cord comes out the side. So
I
we'll
might-
see what goes.
I might have to upgrade my auger. I think those are the only two things I'm going to get if I get this year.
Like
Yeah.
gear wise.
Yeah, just it will be the hub and then a bigger auger.
Yeah.
I have the I got the K-drill last year, 6-inch, which is bullshit. It's not 6-inch. It's like
Yeah, 5 and a half.
Yeah,
Yep.
hate that.
And then
But
the 8-inch is 7.5 or
It's
something.
slow.
pretty much.
Right.
Terrible slow at drilling holes.
But yes, it eats up your battery like crazy. So I still have it, and it's still nice. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It's still nice. It's
Do
light,
ya?
whatever. I don't love it.
Yeah.
It's all right. It gets the
drills
job done.
holes.
Yeah, it gets
Yeah,
the job
yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have it. It gets the job done.
Yeah.
And I got it for a steal last year.
Oh, good.
I think I got it for like less than like around $100.
Nice.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
But anyways, that would be the only thing I'm gonna upgrade. Is I want a little bit of a bigger hole because every time I fish with this guy, freaking 8-inch, it's like, and then I come fishing my 5.5 inch, it's like
You notice.
it's, that's a
Yeah.
huge
She
difference.
notices.
3 inches, like, or 2.5 inches. It's like holy shit, it's night and
Yeah.
day, and like
She'll notice.
yeah, 2.5 inches. She'll notice, gentlemen. So I think that would be the only two things I'm probably gonna upgrade. If yeah, let's see. Is the first weekend of December?
Yeah.
I might have to save up a little bit and splurge that weekend. And
I'm
just,
looking to get into the tip up game.
The tip up.
I want at least so they at first I was really into beaver dams until I saw I couldn't get one for less than $80. So we might go a different route. But beaver dam makes a super slick bag too that you could put 8 beaver dams in and roll them up. And
Could tippets be easily DIY or DI do it yourself?
Conceptually, yes, but the reason the beaver dams are so good is basically you have a shaft, and then there's a bunch of grease, and then the shaft that the actual spool spins on is inside there.
Okay.
And then so the outside
I
shaft
can
is
look it
what
up.
touches the ice, and then the inside shaft's not touching any ice or anything, so it stays clear.
Yeah.
Okay, the only I get nervous about
And the all metal construction, if the hole freezes over and you got to get that sucker pulled back out,
Yeah.
you bend and break stuff.
That's my biggest qualm about dead sticking or jaw jacker or it's just leaving it outside and it freezes over.
Just put a hole cover on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that works
I guess
50% of the time.
You could go as far as I forgot what it's called. Maybe it's just called the hot box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another what, $100 again?
I mean, you're talking about the downsides of
Yeah, I know.
these
Yeah.
set lines. Well, there's stuff out there
solutions.
there's solutions for it.
Yeah. Piece of charcoal lit on fire, sit on a coffee can,
Yep.
dribble some
Yep.
snow over it, and it pours warm water in your hole.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. Just
Or I
light
saw
some
they
charcoal.
have the iFish Pro is
Yes.
in partnership with Ice Defense.
Ice defense. Yes.
So you
The-
can strap the Ice Defense,
the
which
circulator,
circulates
yep,
the water,
circulator.
Which
on
I
your
built a
iFish
homemade
Pro,
one of those, too.
so it doesn't freeze. And then you can spend $30 on this little plastic thing that still doesn't catch fish.
okay, so I don't want to
but
spend
that
much
works
money,
though.
man.
The my little bubbler thing, the
The bubbler
aquarium
does,
thing.
but the iFish Pro don't.
No. Yeah. That's all.
So I'm
Whoa, throwing them under the bus.
I'm trying not to spend more money. Like I said, those are the two things
Yeah.
I'm really not going to spend anything more. I'm going to get the hub and possibly the new auger, just the bigger auger. That's what I'm looking.
So
to
me
do.
and you are going to Menards buying PVC aquarium pump, and we're gonna build our own homemade everything.
Steel augers.
Yeah.
You can build your own auger.
I got
hard
so
can
many
you?
augers. I have bits for stuff I don't even have
Bits for
handles
days.
Yeah.
Gee.
You want a gas auger? Ben will sell you one.
I got a gas
Nah,
auger
I'm
too.
good with those. I'm bitching at people who use gas auger.
Isn't it? It's funny now. It's a strange sight.
Yeah, I'm the whiner. I'm just like, so loud, it's annoying, but
Yep.
it's whatever. That's what they got. You
I
want-
remember last season, this guy was just like bitching, like,
I was.
like whatever, it's no big deal, dude. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
It's
But he wasn't. If he
yeah.
was right next to us, then yeah.
Those
I
are
know.
good. It's the guy that's
no.
son of a bitch.
I wouldn't mind it if there was. Let's just say he did. I even give him benefit of the doubt. He does 8 holes, but it's never just like a few holes.
Well, you got to. If
Yeah,
you
you
have
gotta
that much
cut all
ice,
your
if you're
holes at
making
once.
that
I
much
get it,
noise,
but-
you have to drill all
but
your holes
you
at
gotta-
once.
But you see what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though?
just
I,
go.
and I get that, but I'm just like, okay, after 10, 12, I'm over it. That's why I'm whining.
Yeah, that's what I did with mine. Is once I started it, I drilled all the holes that I had planned for
You might as
right
well.
away.
You might as well. No, I
No
get
matter
it,
how big of an area
but it drove
was.
me nuts.
Yeah.
It just drives me nuts. I'm just like, dude, just go buy it.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess for me, gear wise, I think I'm not looking at too much other than new auger blades, because
Every year.
every year.
I don't do it every year.
I do them every year.
Well, the body of water I fished a lot last season. There was a
I
beach
agree.
there,
I need to. Yep.
and my auger blades got tore up.
Yep.
Same.
I replaced my blades.
You're fishing real shallow?
No, it's
No.
just
He's running a Strike Master. You
There's-
just buy new blades every year. You
No,
just,
the body
no
of
big deal.
water, it just has
there's a beach near there,
Yeah.
and
sand.
yeah,
There's
so
sand in the
it blows
ice?
Yeah.
sand on
Oh,
the
yeah.
ice.
Yeah.
So I had to replace my auger blades. Well, I replaced it mid-season, and then 2 weeks later,
Yep.
gotta replace them again because the sand on the ice it just tears
Holy
up the
smokes.
blades.
Brett, these are dual auger blades,
I
not the
understand.
not
I
the
have
single
Strike
chipper
Master.
blade that
I
you
have Strike
have.
Master. I've still run the same ones. I still have the ones you gave me.
Brett's got
your
a 30-year-old
replacements.
blade on his
You know
chipper.
what? My K drill was working.
The K drill,
worked just fine last year.
I had to-
though, I guess.
If you want to make a snow cone.
yeah, I had to borrow somebody's K drill.
You did have to borrow.
I had to borrow somebody's K, not Grandy's. I had to borrow somebody's drill because I couldn't find blades for my light flight because they got tore up, and I
yeah.
couldn't find
Yeah,
blades to
shoot.
replace them with. And that's how I found out a LVS 32 transducer will fit in a quote unquote 6-inch K drill hole.
Maybe I'll get a 8-inch or 7.5-inch K drill. I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, the only other thing is I want to get new lights. I had the Otter lights,
Yeah.
and they are awful.
I've been real happy with the Amazon lights that I've got. Like, they're just tape on, they plug right in. $10.
So I even try to reach out to Otter. Nothing.
Really?
Nothing back.
Yeah.
All right,
Nothing back. So
I'll tag him on this for you. All right.
You're not the first one probably to
Yeah.
complain.
no. People have issues with these lights,
Right.
and I figure, okay, no big deal. People have issues with it, but what gets me is they
No
never
help.
hit me back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going down a different route. I think they're called hog lights.
Yes.
They're
I've heard of
cheaper
those.
and they're longer. So
Nice.
they're not as portable, but come on, just
Exactly.
email me back.
Yeah. At least tell me
Just
that you
say
can't do
tough
anything
shit,
for me.
dude.
Yeah,
You're out
yeah.
of
At least
luck.
tell me, oh, sorry, we can't do anything.
Yeah.
Even though you only used them a handful of times.
We know they're
Yeah.
cheap Chinese stuff.
Right.
You're on your own, dude.
Were they just not bright enough, or were they just not working?
Well, they come in. They have like multiple strips. Well, you buy them. There's 2 strips, and one of the strips, it just died because I don't know, because
Yep.
the bad soldering or something from what I read. So I reach out to Otter like, hey, I've had these for a couple seasons, but I've only used them a handful of times. That they've been in a box in storage for the whole summer.
Meanwhile, you're out camping every night of the week. Firing them out.
And then I never hear anything back. Okay, whatever, forget it. So I hit up Facebook forums. What's everybody using for lights? Or I kind of bring up my issues with Otter. Like, yeah, so multiple people have the same issue.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a common thing. Whatever. If they hit me back up, okay, it's all great. Whatever. But they never did. I'm okay. I gotta go somewhere else.
Nope. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
The Hog Outdoors sounds sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I would probably switch to that too because my Otter ones have been okay, but they're going on 3-4 seasons now.
I don't know. You saw those ones I stuck on my Eskimo.
Yeah.
Those work pretty slick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they were $10.
Yep.
And they're just had
Oh, they're
sticky
the
back.
sticky? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I got those
They
in
just put
my
'em up in the arm.
I got those in my flip, my little one-man.
And it's
flip.
got a dimmer on it.
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
pretty
shit,
sweet.
for $10. I mean, if they suck, I can just pull them right back down and
True.
put another one up there.
Right, but those Otter lights are
they're
$80
pretty-
bucks,
Yep.
something like
Yeah.
that.
for sure.
You expect a certain quality and at least
Yep. Longevity. at least.
longevity
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Especially
In
they're
my
supposed to be top of the line. In
Yep.
a sense, Otter.
yeah.
Supposed to be up there.
yeah, they're supposed to be the top dog. A lot of people consider them the top dog.
Yep.
when
Yeah,
it
and I'm
comes
not
to
sure
all this
why.
stuff.
Why?
I don't know.
Why
Good
is
question.
Because they
Otter
cost
top
more,
dog?
I guess.
Yeah.
That's,
a great
genius
question.
marketing. It's the same product.
'Cause I've always been
but
on
they just sell it
Eskimo.
for more money.
Yeah.
But
I've
people
noticed-
think, oh well, that's got to be.
I've
better.
noticed everyone's moved to Eskimo now.
Slowly.
But I like
but
that. I
surely.
just like the name mostly before.
Yeah.
Well, you like red,
Yeah, I do like red
the
things.
red and the
Black and
flannel.
red.
I like the flannel a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I will go with some. We'll see while we're at the show. Maybe I'll get some bibs.
There
Use
we go.
Some new bibs. My Frabills are about
Hey,
shot.
we could, dude. Just let me. Okay, we'll see if we can make up. We'll just tell Eskimo. Look how much shit we're gonna buy from you guys.
Yep.
And they can give us a amazing deal.
They would.
Or they'll tell you to be like, just buy it.
or that too.
I heard your podcast. You're gonna buy it
Well,
anyways.
so they don't sell it. That's the thing. They don't sell it though. Like you
Yeah,
can't
you
you
gotta
can't
go
buy
to-
it from them.
that's
so
true.
then you go to Reed's
A
and you're like,
distributor.
hey, this
Yeah,
Eskimo
yeah,
guy
yeah.
told me
Yeah.
I
You'd
could
give
get
me-
this
you'd
for
give me this for
this
$50.
money.
Oh yeah.
And then you get it, and then you go back over and you're like, oh yeah, I bought this at Reed's. What do I get for free?
That's true.
Yeah.
FYI, though, all our listeners, I did forget to mention that if you guys go to the ice show up there in December, you can't buy it directly from them. It's all the distributors.
Yep.
You have to buy it from either, like you guys say.
But
just
then you can
Reed's
pit
or
them against
whatever.
each other.
But they're all
Exactly.
there. I
They're
mean,
all
it's
there.
not like you gotta
Marine
go to.
General,
For sure.
Reed's,
Yep.
the other Joe's, whatever, and then you just go around
sure.
who's got the best deal.
For
It's
sure,
nice.
Yep.
for sure. So we'll plan on that, and I gotta ask the boss lady, but that sounds like a plan. First week of December. if
You got to
you're
lock that down
If
pretty
you're
soon.
down,
It's coming up quick.
well, I mean,
I probably won't have anything going on.
I'm
Yeah.
just
so-
I'm just asking. You
Well,
know?
if these guys are going, yeah.
We already
yeah.
booked our
But
hotel.
I
We're
will
already
say,
oh shit, we got
I can sense Grandy's trying to wrap this up. I will say prior to ice up and you're getting a boat, is prep for ice season. Go check out new spots,
Oh.
see where fish are setting up,
Yep.
mark them on your graph,
Scouting.
take that graph
Yeah,
out on the
scouting.
ice.
I want to try
Pound
two
them.
live scopes on a 16-foot Lund.
2?
Yes.
One in the back, one in the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's
Interesting.
hook them up. Let's do it.
Wouldn't
Let's
hurt.
make it happen. Well, I gotta make the boat happen
Okay,
first.
yeah. We'll make
Well,
that
that's
happen.
tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's the
it's no
car.
big deal.
The car's going in tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then he's getting the boat that tomorrow. Too?
Maybe
said
Friday.
tomorrow, yeah.
Maybe Friday.
Close
Oh, you
enough.
already got your eye on it.
Close
You're
enough.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Close
There,
enough.
there is
Nice.
one that I have my eyeball on.
And it's
Well,
in
see,
stock, like on the ground right
It's
now.
on the ground,
Heck
but
yeah.
in Minnesota though.
Oh, that's fine. That's not a big deal.
So I'll text him and say, hey, where you at? And if he's in Minnesota, then good to go.
I'm eating dim sum in Minnesota.
There you go. Yeah,
right.
I'll just text him. What are you eating today?
Well, where are you heading, Minnesota? How far north?
Just north of the Twin Cities.
Oh, lame.
Just
Okay.
north of the Twin
Thought maybe
Cities.
you're going to like Walker or something. I was like, oh, I'll ride with you.
Is
Yeah.
that like way up
That's a little
there?
ways up.
That's Leech Lake.
Oh.
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 There's a Lund dealer up there.
Yep.
Interesting.
No, I think the dealer is Rapid Marine.
Rapid City.
Rapid
Oh,
Marine.
Okay.
They're kind of. I think they're kind of well known.
Hmm.
But
I'm excited.
I mean,
Lund.
that's not why I went there. They just happen to have the boat that I want.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
If it's not Dave Marine, I don't know anything about him.
Yeah. Dave's Marine around here is.
That's an Ankeny.
They're
You'll
legit.
Oh,
learn
okay.
him. You'll get
Yeah.
to know him. If
Okay.
you're a boat owner, you'll get to know Dave's
Yeah.
Marine.
Yeah, I've looked here locally too,
Yep.
but they just don't have the boat that
Does
I
it have a
want.
Mercury
here.
on it?
Yeah, a Merc.
All right. Yep. You'll know Dave's Marine then. It's a Mercury
Okay.
dealer.
It blows me away that I buy parts for my motor online, and at least 60% of the time, those parts are being shipped from Dave's Marine.
Interesting.
And,
What?
and I'm like, gosh dang it, I could
Yeah.
have just
Could
walked
just
over
walk
here
there.
rather than paying the dang shipping.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So I went in and bought a prop from them, and they're like, shoot, we don't have that right here, but if you give us an hour, we'll have it.
Yeah,
I'm
an
like,
hour?
what?
Hour.
Like, yeah, I just got to send a guy over to our warehouse
Oh.
and pick it up. I'm like,
Wow.
Well, where's this
crap.
warehouse at?
Heck yeah.
I
That's
wonder.
where they sell all the online parts at.
Yeah, where's that at?
Hey, you
It's
know
over
what?
on the other side of Des Moines. I
Who's
guess.
who's your contact there, Dave?
Dave?
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right. Well, maybe we can grab him on and get on the podcast.
That'd be fun. He's got the main dude there. Like, they have a whole wall of props that's all broken out.
Okay.
Like, they deal with all kinds of crazy
Actually,
stuff.
that would be a good dude. There's a guy that refurbished yours.
Yes.
Like,
Interesting.
how to do that
So,
would
Okay.
be.
I had a
sweet
stainless prop
podcast.
that was on my boat when I got it, and it was chewed up to hell. I mean, to the point where I was like, nah, I'll probably just need a new one. You know? And so I turned it over to D&D Prop or whatever.
Yeah, they're right next door.
The parent company of Dave's Marine.
Just south. It looks
And
like a
I'm
little
like,
garage.
I sat on the counter and I'm like, can you do anything with this? Is it junk? He's like, oh, no, that's no big deal. I'll have it done in like a week.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how much is that going to be? He's like, it'd probably be a couple hours of labor, like $150. It's for a stainless prop. The
Deal.
stainless prop's like $600, $700, $800
Wow.
to buy a new one. So I'm like, all right. And a week later, he called me. He's like, yep, got it all done. And he TIG welded all the spots back in, like made it look exactly like new.
Wow.
It was impressive. And I'm like, dude, you are a genius.
The fact that he can get the pitch.
Yeah.
The pitch on that prop and the roll is impressive.
I almost bought my kayak from there, so
Yeah.
we'll have to swing by. I'll reach out
Shout
to
out.
them.
That would
to
be
Dave.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They're good dudes.
Shout out to them. Anything else for these gentlemen? Because we're gonna see them in December.
Well, I
Well,
was gonna
actually,
say next week on the
Hopefully,
boat.
hopefully, yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
it's not- Hey. We'll see them next week. Maybe we'll see. We'll
Okay.
put 2 live scopes on.
Yeah, we'll see. But okay, I'm gonna go back to ice fishing.
You
Fishing
can't give
wise,
it up.
fishing wise, what are you guys looking to target this season?
I think I'm going to try to keep the walleye thing going.
Yeah.
Last couple of years, I've been saying, hey, I want to keep targeting walleyes, and I haven't caught shit for walleyes. But this year's been the year of the walleye, so I'm going to keep rolling. Try to
Are
keep
you
rolling
gonna
with
try
walleyes.
your new jigging knowledge through the ice?
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't know how that
I might have to
translates.
drill like
Might not
a
translate, yeah.
I might need to bring the chainsaw instead so I can do a trench.
Yeah, do
We
a
should
line.
do that. That is actually a great idea.
Huh.
That chainsaw that
Yeah,
you
it seems
loaned you?
dangerous. Yeah, so your chainsaw.
Yeah, it freaking
yeah.
it rips. We could
It does.
totally do that.
As
that
long
was
as the
a
ice is
thing
thick
back
enough,
in the
you'd be
day.
all right.
Ice trolling.
Yeah.
Ice trolling.
I don't
could
know.
do that.
If the
We'll
ice
see.
is thick enough, you'd be all right. To do
Oh
that.
no, I'm not worried about that.
Otherwise, I don't know. Live
Worried
bait,
about
rosy
wearing out my
reds are good
chainsaw.
baits.
I do want to use
For-
more of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
PetSmart has them.
You guys never heard of that?
No.
Run rosy reds at PetSmart.
Rosy red minnows.
Right. They're
Yeah.
kind of like reddish orange minnows.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the ticket on the Mississippi.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah. Hank's Bait and Tackle, they sell them. The bigger ones, they're like 1.5 inches.
Yeah, the PetSmart ones are tiny,
Hank's
and they're like
Waterloo.
13 cents a piece or something.
Yeah. But those would be good for
Oh yeah,
around here.
yeah.
What about you, Ben? Anything particular you're trying to
I
target?
want to
this
get
season?
the kids out this year more and actually
Yeah.
have them catch some fish.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be a heck of a bluegill year.
Ooh.
And that's
I'm excited
okay.
about that.
And I know some. All right, don't hold.
I want to get with you
Me
on
too.
your river spot for bluegill and crappie.
Yeah,
On the ice?
Yeah,
I found.
I'm not taking the kids on
I
the
found a
ice
spot.
on the river.
I found a
tie a
possible
rope around them.
possible private pond that
All
we
right.
can at least take the kids on.
Even better.
And I'm gonna go check it out first. I'm not gonna keep anything, obviously, but I want to check it out first. 'Cause I want to take my kids to it too, and if it's good, I will let you gentlemen know.
Excellent.
So we can take out the kids
Yeah.
on there, and it's close to me in near Pleasant Hill, Altoona area. It's
Cool.
high potential.
Nice.
So I'll let you guys know if I'm gonna go check it out. And I'll tell you later after.
I'll bring our Toy Story rods.
Yeah.
There you go.
Rock and roll.
And it's a spot where it'll be fun because it's one of my friends' place right
Nice.
behind
Cool.
their house.
If I could get Brett to be on the phone calling landowners finding private ponds as much as you do your other work.
I can find us at least 2, but they're ways away. They're not real close.
I know I want to find one close, like
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yep.
It'd be so much easier just to take the kids on so they can
Yep.
catch on it.
Yep.
It'd be
Yep.
awesome
Need
because
to take it.
I took my kids a couple times this year or last year, and luckily we were before the masses went, and they were able to catch quite a bit. My girls
Nice.
were,
Cool.
so
That's
it's fun
fun.
because I took them back after I posted the video, and then I went back maybe a month or two after it was like dead.
Dead.
Way to blow up the spot, YouTuber.
Jeez, I guess.
Here we
Yeah.
go. No, it wasn't me, man.
Store it up.
Couldn't have been.
Couldn't
me.
have been me.
Couldn't have been me. Nobody watched my shit. Shoot.
Your girls pulled out 3,000 bluegills in a day.
What else, man?
Man, if I could catch a new species like
A new species,
new
like
species.
you've never caught before.
Through the
Bourbon.
ice.
burbot,
He was
would be
talking. He's
cool.
been
Burbot.
talking about the
Burbot.
burbot.
You need to get up there and just
A burbot.
camp out until you catch one.
Lake of the Woods.
Leech Lake, Walker Bay, hang out.
A striper through the ice. How about that? Now that would
That
be.
can happen.
Is that even possible?
Yeah.
Like around?
It's-
Not around here.
Where was the closest spot that we could do
Where
that?
you guys are at?
Where you
The
guys were
closest
at?
spot where we can find stripers. Yeah, people have caught them through the ice. Now that would be.
Because it's a big time
One hell
crappie
of a
lake
cat.
through the ice.
Yeah, it is a big time crappie lake through the ice.
Yeah. So
Yep.
you guys already know. So.
Oh, I know where you're talking. That's why I
Oh,
said
yeah.
you got to blurt out that earlier comment.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to know what you're talking about.
Maybe
And
Yeah.
a blue cat through the ice would be awesome.
that would be interesting.
You don't really hear about blue cats through the ice, stripers through the
I
ice.
wonder-
Same
they-
deal. Like, don't they just hibernate?
I think they
They're just
hibernate like
hanging out?
flathead.
I don't think. If you could find them in a body of water that freezes over, it's doable.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe
But-
that's their
That'd be
range,
cool.
though. Maybe that might be their limit.
Yeah,
on their range.
The 8-inch
They're right at
Strike
the
Master
limit.
would not cut
Yeah.
it at even close. He'd be drilling 4 holes.
Yeah.
They're
trying to
right
get it.
at the limit where things would freeze over in them.
Mm.
Because that same lake,
Yep.
they've been stocking blue cats in there too.
Mm.
Yep.
Wow. That's
So
cool.
it's a short window.
It is.
It's a short window.
We'll have to edit a few things out because some people are gonna really know where you go to go catch your striper.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
All right.
It's a heck of a weekend.
All right, man. You anything else for the guys?
Yeah, if people want to reach out to you guys or, you guys want to plug your podcast, where can they do that?
ShortRodShow.com. That's probably the best way. You can send
Otherwise,
us
just
an email.
Google Short Rod Show.
We show
We're the
up
first
on
ones
Google.
that pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're on all your podcast stuff, just like
Yep.
you guys
The
are.
Short Rod Show.
We don't have ads though, so if you want to go over for an ad-free experience,
Yeah.
Short Rod Show.
Well, there's one ad in there.
I do like your guys' ads though, because it always throws up the same kind of stuff.
I should throw some more ads in there. I haven't thrown. I have to. I change.
It's not disruptive. That's
Nobody
what I
needs
like.
to. Nobody even needs to know. But it's just a lot of behind the scenes. We're changing it. There shouldn't be any ads recently. So
Nice.
Nice.
But we might change it back to more ads. I don't know. We'll see.
Just see what works.
We'll see
Let's
how-
pay the bills.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It
Dogs
isn't
gotta
free.
eat.
It isn't free to post this stuff.
This beer
No,
costs
so
money.
Beer costs money. We don't
Microphones cost
Dude.
money.
Everything costs money,
Yeah.
but we do this out of fun. So appreciate Brett and Ben, Characho guys. They, you guys got an amazing podcast when it comes to ice fishing. I think a lot of people. There's a reason why everybody's listening to you guys right now, because I think you guys bring a lot of information, a lot of fun to the ice community. So keep it up, guys. So
People are excited.
they are.
Getting pumped.
I'm
As
getting
soon as it
pumped.
starts
It
turning cold.
amazes me. You can really start to see
Yeah.
when people start downloading,
For sure.
listening again. Like we're starting to get more followers already, and
Yeah.
downloads are starting to pick up.
For sure. So, all our listeners, make sure you guys go check them out. Appreciate you guys. We're hopefully in the next week or two, maybe we can get you out on a boat, new boat.
I was thinking this weekend, but
I mean,
that's
they
fine.
have both. We can still
Yeah,
hop
but
on.
that's
No,
not
that's
a new boat.
Not the same.
Once you get a boat, we're riding on your
I
Not
want to
the
get
same.
sand in a new boat.
Yep,
Okay,
for sure.
okay.
But no, for sure. I appreciate you guys. You know what? Stay tuned to us. We are still going to be working on the Iowa 24. Hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, that should be ready, at least for the first part. Make sure you guys check out Fishing Kid's YouTube channel. Get his ass up to 3,000 subs. He's working on that. And then give me up to 500 subs. Working on that.
I thought you hit 5 already.
Nah, I'm
no,
like
not
four,
there yet.
close, like 480 or 470 or something like that.
I gotta go make another account, then I'll get you up.
All right, do it. Do
You make
it.
20 of
I ain't
them.
gonna
Exactly.
hate. I ain't gonna hate on that. It
got
is
more
what it
email
is.
addresses.
Buying subs.
Yeah, it's all good though. But
Awesome.
awesome, man. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on the ice. Hopefully, get to see you guys on the water before the ice. But and we'll see you guys up in December. I think
Cool.
I'll make it happen, man. I'll talk to the boss. I'll make it happen.
You'll be there.
Olympia there.
You're not gonna miss out on that kind of hub deal.
I might even bring him up. I'm bringing the kids up
Yeah, bring
because
the whole family.
they have the
It's
science
like
center.
a science center right
Yep,
there.
across
too.
the street.
Park
So,
them in the hotel. They got a pool.
I'll work it
Go
out.
over to the ice show.
Don't worry, man. I'll work it out. I'd be like, I just tell my
Oh, there's
kids.
that little trout fishing pond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, it's gonna be December.
No.
No,
in
it's
the
inside.
show.
It's in a pool
It was
inside
in the
at
show.
the
It was
shore.
in the show.
Yeah,
show.
but attention span when that show they'll be done within.
They can go
45
watch the
minutes.
guy that's like pulling
Yeah.
cat hair off of the carpet with his
This is the
fancy
thing.
scrubber.
This is how I want to sell it, and it's just it is what it is. My kids love. I'm gonna be like dim sum and sushi. That's what we're gonna have.
Done.
Dim sum, sushi. They'll be like, there. We're going to Minnesota.
We'll
Dad."
be there too.
There we go. Oh, there we go. We'll get them on.
All in.
Other than that, guys, check out everything. Share. Oh, don't forget, leave a review. That helps us out. Whether you're on Spotify, iTunes, leave a review. Share with anybody else. Until next time.
All right, see ya.